Count. And the pitch fouled back to the screen, and quickly it's 0-2. Oh, what started out as a positive note for the Chukars. 2 on, nobody out. It's now 2 on and 2 outs.
And you want to start chipping away here. Already 4-0 after 1. You want to start answering back. You don't want this pitching staff to be able to settle in, and that bullpen, John, is very good.
0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it, did Thomas, to stay alive as he swung that ball 1.
I look at Mark Simon. He picked up a couple wins against the Chukars. Dazon Cole, 3 saves against the Chukars. We saw Keita Dela Cruz a few times. He looked very good. Those guys in that bullpen, I don't know. It's going to be tough in those late innings if the Chukars can't come back early.
Have a chance to get on the board here in the bottom of 1. 0-2 on the way to DeBonville. High fly ball, that'll reach foul territory as it hits the light stanchion down the right field line and comes back into the field of play. Count remains 0-2 on the Chukar center fielder. The Colorado native, Thomas DeBonville, out of Silverthorne, Colorado. The 0-2 again, and again a foul ball. This one further and out of play. Second straight night of 3,000 plus here at the ballpark. 0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it to stay alive, did Thomas.
It's 5 foul balls now, John. This is a good at bat from Tom.
Last night, what had a 12-pitch at bat for one of the Boise Hawks?
Yeah, Miles Harris drew a walk on Yason Medina, but yeah, 12-pitch at bat. I believe it was 7 foul balls.
Let's see if Scully wants to see if he can get DeBonville to chase one out of the zone. Ground ball is going to be fielded by the shortstop. Great play, the force out at second base. Jose Reyes with a diving play at shortstop, and the Chukars do squander a chance. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base after 1 inning. Missoula 4, Idaho Falls nothing. Top of 2, Chukars down by 4. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the Paddlehead batting order. Sam Troyer, McLean O'Connor, and Cameron Thompson. As Jake Binder did not fool Missoula in that first inning.
We saw Troyer play sparingly at short and third. I was talking to the Paddleheads broadcaster Jeff Safford. This is first time that Troyer is playing first base tonight.
Hitting .216 on the season, and with 3 doubles, a home run, he's knocked in 10. Right-handed hitter is Troyer. facing the right-hander Jake Binder. Troyer from Goshen, Indiana. And he hits a ball. Feinstein's going to have to come in on it on the run. He's going to get there for out number 1. That sounded a lot more dangerous than it actually was, as Troyer got it on the end of the bat and an easy fly ball out to Feinstein in left field. And now here's McLean O'Connor, another new paddlehead. Played his college ball at UC Santa Barbara.
0 for 3 in his first appearance, which was the loss last night to the Ogden Raptors.
The pitch to O'Connor, breaking ball called strike 1 from Jake Binder. Chukars won 16-7 last night. They had a walk-off win 2 nights ago. Chukars are 10-5 at home. Pitch inside, misses, 1-1. And how about this, Missoula on the road? They're 10-2, the best road record in the Pioneer League. But then again, they've lost only 5 all year long. 19-5, the Paddleheads. This ball's going to be a fair ball down the left field line. Feinstein comes over, and making the big turn at first and stopping at first is McLean O'Connor with his first professional base hit. And we'll go to the top of the order for Cameron Thompson, who struck out on 3 pitches to start the game.
We didn't see Thompson, but he signed right after the Paddleheads and Chukars played. This will be his 13th game and 13th start for Missoula.
Off to a good start, hitting .354. You can hear the beer vendor in the background. Doug's his name. You want a beer? Ask for Doug. Left-handed hitter, line drive. Oh, what a catch by Manji. The throw, not in time, but Alexis, all 5 foot 5 inches, makes the snag. And if he doesn't come up with that, that could be a ball that would roll to the wall. So great play by Alexis Manji, the shortstop, for out number 2.
And unlucky there from Thompson. He almost got over Manji, but you're right, John. Stretching every inch of his body, reaching out with that glove and snagging that on the line.
Alexis 5'5", 150. Here's Kyler Castillo, hit by a pitch. 1 on, 2 outs. We're in the top of the second. Chukars down by 4 on a couple of home runs by Missoula. Here's a foul ball back to the screen. Castillo hit by a pitch and scored on the Zach Almond home run. O'Connor, no stolen base attempts, only his second game with Missoula. Yeah. Here's the pitch, there he goes. The pitch low, the throw by Brady West. It's a one-hopper and it hit the runner in the helmet, and he's going to go to third base. Great jump by O'Connor. He steals second and goes to third on the throwing error by Brady West, his first error of the season. That was a one-hopper that skipped off the helmet of O'Connor and went into left field.
Yeah, Steve Armakian tried to take that throw from behind the bag, and the ball skipping in front of it off the helmet of O'Connor. Not a bad throw from West altogether. It was to the first base side of the bag, but just a little low.
And O'Connor got a great jump. So he's in scoring position at third base with 2 outs. 0-2 the count on Castillo. Pitched low, 1-2. Early tonight, Boise leads Ogden 2-1. Rocky Mountain leads Great Falls 4-0, and Grand Junction with a 2-0 lead over Billings. But the game we care about right here, Missoula 4, your Chukars 0. 1-2 pitch. Chopped it in front of the mound. It's going to be picked up by Binder. Does he have time? He does. Makes the play for out number 3. No runs on a hit, an error, and a runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the second. It's Missoula 4, Idaho Falls nothing on KSPZ, your home for Fox Sports Radio and the Idaho Falls Chukars.
Detroit Tigers from Grand Canyon University in 2019. He was just at AA Erie, and he was let go by the Tigers.
And he takes the first pitch inside for a ball. 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Phoenix, Arizona, where it was 117 degrees today.
You know, it's funny, John, when I used to go to school down there, I'd look at my weather app and I think, oh, 91, I can wear jeans today.
1-0 pitch to the left-handed hitter, takes it low, ball 2. Looks like a pretty powerful hitter, does Kona. K-O-N-A, Quiggle, Q-U-I-G-G-L-E. And the 2-0 is way high, and it's ball 3. Uscali walked Barmakian in the bottom of the first. Webb Little reached on an error, but Uscali came back to get the next 3 hitters. The 3-0 pitch, that's going to be ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Kona Quiggle. And that'll bring up Daniel Martins Molinari, the first baseman, who leads the Pioneer League in triples with 13, hitting .374.
Doubles.
Doubles. What did I say? Triples?
Triples.
Now that would be a heck of a record, but yeah, doubles. Thanks, Tyler. Right-handed hitter is Martins Molinari with Brady West on deck.
2 leadoff walks and back-to-back innings. He'd really like to do something with that if you can.
So Quiggle takes his lead at first, wearing one of those oven mitts on his hand. And the pitch from Uscali right down the middle for a called strike. Daniel does have 3 home runs, but 13 doubles, which leads the Pioneer League. Uscali nods his approval, kicks 0-1 pitch, bounces up there, but a good stop by catcher Nick Gatewood, and that'll even out the count at 1-1.
Quiggle now the 3rd member of the Chukars to have previous minor league experience, the other 2 being Victor Rodriguez, who played with the Diamondbacks in the Dominican Summer League, and Jason Medina, who was in the Cardinals organization for about 6 years.
1 ball, 1 strike, a runner at first base, and nobody out. Here's a throw to first. Kona gets his Chukars jersey a little dirty as he dives back to the bag.
And those will be auctioned off tonight, John. We'll hear a little bit more about that later, but you can buy one of those off the backs of one of those players.
1-1 pitch. Another throw to first. Another dive and another safe sign. Signaled by Scott Esterholt at first base. First time we've seen him this year.
Not a ton of steals on the career for Kona Quiggle.
Chukars not a running team. They've only attempted 19. Missoula has swiped 42 out of 49. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And did it hit him? It did hit him in the hand. So, boy, deja vu all over again. A walk. This time a hit by pitch, and the Chukars have runners at first and second. Nobody out for catcher Brady West. Brady jumped his average 109 points in one day. Last night hitting 211. Tonight hitting 320.
That's what a four-hit night will do for you.
Brady was 4 for 6 with 2 doubles, a single, and a home run. I wonder if the West are having another backyard barbecue tonight.
I'm sure Mark will check in with us later.
Left-handed swinger against Uscali, and he goes opposite way, and that's going to reach the picnic area down the left field line. Count 0-1 on Brady. Brady West from Rockford, Illinois, home of the Rockford Peaches. If you've seen the movie A League of Their Own. It's Quiggle at second, Martins Molinari at first. The 0-1 to Brady West in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and that'll move the runners up 90. Wild pitch from Uscali. Now the Chukars with a great opportunity to get on the board. Second and third, no outs.
And they can get 2 runs without a hit.
Chukars still looking for that first hit. They've had 4 base runners, 2 via walks, and 1 an error, 1 a hit by pitch. 1-1, Uscali to West. Strike called outside corner, letter high, and it's 1-2. Fastball at 88 from Neil Uscali. Akins, the right fielder, again playing fairly shallow with the wind blowing in that direction. Check of the runner, 1-2 pitch. Oh, and Brady chased one in the dirt. He'll make the throw to first, Will Gatewood, for out number 1. And that'll bring up Alexis Monge, the shortstop. Monge, 371 hitter. He was 1 for 4.
Let's see if Alexis can't slap one down the right field line like he usually does.
He's been in somewhat of a slump as of late. One for his last 8. The corner infielders in, middle infielders playing back. And the pitch is upstairs to Alexis, ball 1. Uscali gets the sign from Gatewood. The kick in the 1-0 delivery. That's outside. 2-0 the count. As Steve Barmakian awaits on deck.
A runner at third in the first. We got runners at second and third in front of us here, John. You got to take advantage of these opportunities, especially when you get them for free.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Monge. And it's 2 balls and a strike on the Chukars shortstop out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Now Uscali steps off the back of the mound. Got some dirt in his eye. At third base, Quiggle. Second base, Martins Molinari. with Manji at the plate. Chukars down by 4 and a couple of home runs by Missoula. And this ball hit into right field, right at the, oh, he missed it. Aikens playing very shallow. That's going to score at least 2, and Manji's on his way to third. Well, Aikens made the play last time. He made an over-the-head catch. This time, still playing shallow. It went off his glove, and the Chukars get on the scoreboard.
I don't know that if he does make that play, I think he's way too shallow for the runner to break home. So another huge break, tons of break. This is a team that doesn't make mistakes, John, and they're making mistakes here in the first 2 innings.
And the Chukars have cut the lead in half without a base hit. And Manji at third base for Barmakia. Ball was hit right at Aikens. And the pitch to Steve, ground ball, that'll get a run in. Fielded by Reyes, the shortstop, and that's out number 2. Give Barmakian an RBI. And with nobody on, it's Webb Little. Webb reached on an error his first time up.
You don't often see the 3-base error on a play.
And look at that line score for the Chukars. 3 runs, no hits, 1 error. Breaking ball from Uscali misses inside. The Chukars have sliced the lead to 1. That pitch way inside, back to the backstop, and it's 2-0 on Webb Little.
I like to see Webb get extended here. You know, he doesn't have to swing at this next pitch. It's 2-0. But this is a fastball count. We've seen the fastball right around 90 from Uscali tonight. I'd like to see Webb just sit fastball and take a big hack.
Little hit a home run last night. That's one way outside. I mentioned Chukars hit 3 home runs, make it 4 home runs last night as Little went deep in the 8th inning.
I like to see him do the exact same thing now here on 3-0. This is a green light team. We've got hitters. So I'd like to see Webb get extended here as well.
Here comes the 3-0 pitch. That's going to be ball 4.
But if you don't get a strike, then don't do it.
Third walk by Uscali. And here's Matt Feinstein. I forgot to write down Webb Little's home run last night. He went 3 for 4 with 4 RBI.
I know why we forgot to write it down, because we were entertained by a young 13-year-old named Hugo.
Hugo Traverso. Out comes the pitching coach for the Paddleheads.
Michael Schlack, who does both the managing and the pitching.
Foul ball Paul will come out and grab a shin guard from the skipper, Billy Gardner Jr. Schlack talking to Uscali, and that's it. And now the home plate umpire, Trevor Walker, will come out and break up the conversation.
Well, Feinstein was the hero last night. 2 home runs, 4 hits, 10 bases. Can he do it again here, John? Can he get the Chukars' first hit? We waited a long time to see that power come back since opening night. He's in good form. He's getting tips from Jose Canseco today.
And by the way, Feinstein was robbed by Aikens in the bottom of the first. Webb Little has swiped 1 base in 1 attempt this year. And here's the pitch to Feinstein, a breaking ball at the knees, called strike 1. Chukars have put 3 on the board without a base hit. Now, breaking ball fooled Matt as he swung and missed. Late breaker, and it's 0-2.
And you can see Matt asking the umpire, was that a strike? I think he knew he chased a pitch inside there.
Now Matt, as he always does, 2 strikes, he'll take a break.
Now that I've pointed it out, you'll never forget it.
You're right. 0-2 the count on Feinstein with Little on first base. Chukars have scored 3 without a base hit. Reaches out, slow roller to third base. Thompson makes the play for out number 3. Chukars scored 3 runs on no base hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We played 2 on your Saturday night. It's Missoula 4, Idaho Falls 3. Four, 3, Chukars down. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Paddleheads. Top of 3. It's our celebrity third inning, and we welcome this gentleman into the booth all the way from Anchorage, Alaska. It's Kelly Thompson.
Boy, John, so excited to be here, man. I can check off one more thing on my bucket list, and that is to join John Balgini here at the ballpark to watch the Chukars and sit next to the chief mother Chucker. you named this team, and that's what a great honor for you.
Well, thank you very much, and it's nice to have you in the booth. By the way, Kelly Thompson is the voice of Alaska sports. All the way from American Falls, Idaho to Anchorage, Alaska. Long fly ball, but DeBonville has a beat on it. He's going to make the catch on the warning track right in front of the Chesbro music sign, and we better hurry this thing up. How did you get from American Falls to Anchorage, Alaska, Kelly?
Well, I've got the first story. I asked my dad to come to an Idaho Falls game from American Falls when I was 10 years old, so it was like 1970. He brought me to McDermott Field, and they were playing the Billings Mustangs.
Yep.
And I sat up there as a little 10-year-old, and I really liked Billings wore the Cincinnati Red jackets. All the pitchers in the bullpen were as they were the Class A or the Rookie League for Cincinnati, and I became a Cincinnati Red fan.
And he's
here.
He's still wearing the jersey, but I made him wear a Chukars jersey tonight.
You did.
Here's Zach Allman hit a 3-run home run. But from American Falls to Anchorage, Alaska, you're an ISU graduate.
No. Didn't finish ISU. Went a couple of years to the University of Utah.
That's right. You're a Ute. 1-0 pitch. Here's a ground ball. Backhanded. Barmakian won't make the play, and that'll be an error on Steve Barmakian. The pitch was in the hole. Tried to backhand it and didn't come up with it.
Went up to Alaska in 1982 just to check it out.
Yeah, and you're still there.
I'm still here. I'm still there.
Tell the folks what you do in Alaska, Kelly.
I own the Alaska Sports Broadcasting Network. We started in 1999, but we were broadcasting games much earlier than that. And I broadcast basically what you do here in the area. We don't have a minor league team. We have American Legion, but football and basketball and college basketball.
First pitch on the way to Gatewood. It's slow, ball 1. Where did you get your love for sports?
Oh, just, I guess like everyone else, just playing it in the backyard. Playing wiffle ball at American Falls. If they hit the clothesline, it was a double. If they hit the picket fence, it was a home run.
Next pitch, chop foul, 1-1. Of course, you played for the Beavers of American Falls in high school.
You're you're knowledgeable. The American Falls Beavers, yeah.
Well, my wife went to
I
that
know,
school.
and we're very close, yes.
But you played all sports at American Falls High School.
I did.
I understand you were one heck of a point guard way back when. I find it hard to believe, but that's what they tell me. 1-1 the count with 1 on and 1 out. And here's a ground ball, could be to Barmakian to Manji to Martins Molinari. I can't believe that's, we're going to hang on, and we'll push the next guest to the top of the 4th.
Really?
Yes, we will.
All right, I'll stay with you.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. Out at second, out at first, and out of the inning as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Missoula 4, Idaho Falls 3. Bottom of 3, Andrew, Don, Thomas, DeBonville, and Kona Quiggle to face Neil Uscali as we're continuing our chat with Kelly Thompson from American Falls, now living in Anchorage, Alaska.
Thank you for the Chukars jersey, by the way, John. I will wear it up in Alaska, and I will spread the news of the Idaho Falls Chukars, but it doesn't look like I need to. Look at this crowd tonight.
Unbelievable crowd, Kelly.
Oh, impressive.
Here's Andrew Don, struck out his first time up. What kind of baseball is there in Anchorage?
We have the Alaska League, which is amateur baseball. Been around a long, long time. Aaron Judge played for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots.
Breaking ball called strike 1.
Another alumnus is, I guess, current major leaguer is Paul Goldschmidt, played for the Anchorage Bucks. And we've had Tom Seaver, Dave Winfield, quite the history of major leaguers.
Here's a ball hit down the third baseline, but just foul. And it's 1-1.
And if you're going to wear your Chukars jersey up in Alaska, you can tell everyone they can watch the Chukars on our YouTube stream.
Absolutely. Tyler, great suggestion. I like man, I am so envious of your guys' technology that you've got here. You playing the commercials from here, John?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That is so sweet.
Yep. We produce it from the ballpark. 1-1. And that's hit foul. Ooh, that might have got a Chukar in the dugout.
Ooh.
Somebody went down. Maybe just got out of the way of that screamer that went into the dugout. And
you remember the day?
And Chukars are telling Andrew that, hey, you hit it the other way.
Yeah, the other dugout.
Yeah. I want to ask you one thing about Alaska. Here, 1-2 pitch, high 2-2. What's the situation when you have no sunshine? Is it all night for 24 hours or all day for 24 hours?
No, we have, today, happy summer solstice, by the way. This is a
That's
big
right.
celebration in Anchorage. The game, actually Fairbanks has a tradition, the Gold Panners, they start their game at 11 o'clock. They don't have lights, but
So
they'll
it's daylight.
it's daylight at 11 o'clock at night, and the place is packed. It is a tradition if you live in Fairbanks, Alaska.
3-2 the count on Andrew Don, talking with Kelly Thompson, the voice of Alaska sports. 3-hopper to the third baseman Thompson. He'll make the throw, and there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. What's your favorite sport to call?
You know, I like to call basketball,
Me too.
But people tell me, Kelly, you call football better than any other sport that you do, and I don't know why that is, because I enjoy basketball. We have a clock. It's so fast. We've got 10 players on the field.
You have a shot clock in high school basketball in Alaska?
No.
Oh, I thought you said a clock. I thought, you meant just a...
just a
Gotcha.
regular clock.
Here's DeBonville, takes the ball down low, 1-0.
Speaking of which, I was in Salt Lake City, and they're experiencing with the pitch clock.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 20 seconds.
I think so. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Watching it, I kind of liked it. What do you think? You think that's something that's going to, they're think that's coming up to the big leagues or all around minor league baseball?
I don't mind that at all, speeding things up just a bit. 1-1, high ball 2.
Well,
You're on your trip to the States. Well, of course, Alaska in the States, but you've been to several ballparks on your trip.
Well, yeah, I went to Spokane,
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
caught the Spokane Indians against the Colorado Rockies affiliate. Was it Albuquerque? I think they played that night. Yeah. And then I caught the Salt Lake City Bees against the Colorado Rockies. That's who I saw in Salt Lake City.
Fly ball, that's going to be a foul ball. Off the netting down the right field line off the batting cage.
I tell you, I know it's a smaller venue. This place is packed. And Spokane had a pretty good crowd.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City, it was 107. I think a lot of people stayed away, but it was comfortable. And man, this is twice the size of Salt Lake City.
Yep. Here's a long fly ball. This one is long, strong. It is gone. DeBonville goes to DeBonville. His 7th home run of the season, and we're tied at 4.
What was the over and under on the home runs tonight again?
Wow. Off the scoreboard, Thomas DeBonville has now taken over the league lead in home runs with 7. And the Chukars have tied it up. 4 runs now on just 1 base hit, but what a base hit it was. And now it brings up the newest Chukar, Kona Quiggle. He swings and misses at a ball upstairs.
I'm interested in seeing perhaps tonight for the first time the special extra innings in the Pioneer League.
The knockout round, they call it. 0-1 pitch, down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. It was actually originated right here at Idaho Falls. Chris Hall, our assistant GM, and Paul Henderson, they said, we were talking about it. They were talking about it, said the Pioneer League wanted to do something different in extra inning ball games, so they just threw out, hey, why not a home run derby? And the rest of the Pioneer League liked the idea.
So will the Chukars pick one team, and then the Paddleheads will pick another player, and then they just go out?
Here's a base hit for Kona Quiggle. His first hit as a Chukar. I think, Tyler, it's each player gets 5 swings. He can explain it better than I can.
Yeah, so the first round, the visitor team goes first. Each team will pick 1 player. They get 5 swings or 10 pitches, whichever comes first. If the score is still tied after the first round, we go to a second round. Same rules, new hitters.
Cool.
And what if it's tied after that?
We continue with the same hitters. Another round.
Wow.
We've had a few changes to that rule, but
Really, it's been changed.
yeah, a few different changes, but we keep going with those hitters.
That's.
I came up with the idea of rock, paper, and scissors, but nobody liked that one. Here's Martins Molinari. The go-ahead runs on base, and there goes Quiggle, and he's going to steal without a throw. So Kona swipes second. Big guy looks like he has good speed.
Yeah.
And now a runner in scoring position with just one out, and the Chukars can take the lead here in the bottom of the third.
I like that, John. He just put his head down and sprinted for second. He never looked back to the plate, and I love that.
Martins Molinari hit by a pitch his first time up. And the 1-0 outside fastball, 2 balls, no strikes. Activity in the Paddlehead bullpen, a right-hander just, well, not throwing yet, stretching out. As Uscali making only his second start of the season, he's worked only 5 innings this year. 2-0 to Daniel, outside ball 3.
Well, technology now, I can listen to you up in Alaska with the internet, and it's great. I enjoy listening to your work in all the sports that you do, John.
Well, I followed you on the internet as well in Alaska. 3-0 the count. Here's a long fly ball. This one is long, strong. It is gone. A 3-0 pitch. Daniel got the green light. He goes yard, and the Chukars take the lead on home runs by the Bonneville and Martins Molinari. And that's the 4th home run hit in the ball game, and we're only in the 3rd.
I have to say, John, I was eavesdropping on Daniel Martins Molinari's conversation with Jose Canseco, and Jose was telling him, hey, you always should have the green light 3-0. 3-0 is a pitch, or a pitch you have to take a swing on, because a lot of times you'll just get a fastball down the middle. And I think we just saw that right there.
Yeah, very good.
Chukars with
Tyler, yeah.
3 in the second, 3 in the third. They lead at 6-4. And the batter is Brady West.
I imagine Jose Canseco hit a lot of home runs on a 3-0 count.
I bet he did. Of course, Jose started his career right here in Idaho Falls. Here's Brady West, hits it down the right field line. That's going to be in for extra bases. It hits the wall on one hop, and the Chukars flexing their muscles with 2 home runs, a single, and now a double. And for Brady West, his 5th hit in the last 2 nights and his 3rd double in the last 2 nights. And the right-hander still not throwing in the bullpen, just standing around. Here's Alexis Manji. Kelly Thompson scoring some runs here in the booth for us.
All right.
Alexis reached on that 3-base error by the right fielder Akins. 2 runners came around to score on that one.
The last time the Chukars saw Uscali, that was May 29th, John. They scored 10 hits, 6 runs off him in 3 innings.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by catcher Gatewood. For Daniel, his 4th home run of the year. Each team now with 2 long balls. Brady West at second base, still just 1 out. That pitch in the dirt, again, a nice slide block by the catcher Gatewood. 4 Missoula players are standing in the bullpen, but nobody warming up. Game 1 of a 3-game set against the first place Paddleheads of Missoula. A solo shot by DeBonville, a 2-run shot by Martins Molinari. And here's the 2-0 pitch. That one caught the outside corner. 2-1 the count on the Chukar shortstop.
You guys got the best seats in the house right behind home plate.
Don't we?
Yes.
(6-4) Chukars have scored 6 unanswered after Missoula hit him with a 4 spot in the first. Pitch high, and it's ball 3, 3-1.
What a great response, getting punched in the mouth like that, but getting up, 3 runs in the bottom of the second, John. We saw how against Boise, they got opportunity after opportunity with errors, and they took advantage of it. Here they've done the same and then some.
They scored 3 runs on no hits in the second, 3 runs on 4 hits here in the third. That pitch is a strike called, and the count full now on Manji, who has a word or two with the home plate umpire, Trevor Walker. There's Doug selling the brewskis here at the ballpark. 3-2. Scully comes set at the belt, and the payoff pitch, that'll reach the parking lot, and we'll do the 3-2 all over again. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, Missoula. 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, Idaho Falls. That's the line score up to the minute. Brady West on second with a double. 4 straight hits off the right-hander from Missoula. And there's a line drive. There's nobody to flip to. Reyes made the catch on the line drive, the shortstop. And Brady West beat him to the bag. No chance to double him up. And we'll go to the top of the order for Steve Barmakian.
You know what I've enjoyed, John, on my tour of minor league ballparks are the general managers and the all the staff that put everything together. Like you introduced me to your general manager, Ken.
Yeah, Kevin Green.
Yep, and I met Ollie, the general manager of Spokane Indians, and so many people behind the scenes to make all this happen.
And we have a great group of interns this year. Inside out swing by Barmakian, that'll land in the picnic area. And the count 0-1. Yep, it takes a lot of work, especially after last year when nobody played professional baseball or minor league baseball.
How did you handle COVID?
It was tough. We had Bandits baseball, Legion baseball for 40 games, so at least we got to come out to the ballpark, me and Tyler. 0-1 on Barmakian. He's the 7th chucker to come to the plate here in the 3rd. That pitch high, 1-1. Now a lefty starts to toss the baseball in the Missoula bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch low, 2-1. Blocked by Gatewood. Is your tour over after tonight?
Unfortunately, it is. I go back Tuesday morning. So.
Have any games to call when you get back?
I do.
Yep.
I have to work on Thursday. That's
good.
Special.
Good for you.
Yeah.
2-1. Fouled off to the left. 2-2.
But a nice little rest. We all couldn't travel during COVID. And it's so great to see everything opening up now in the airports in Anchorage. People are start flying now. Hey, car reservations. Boy, if you haven't made them, good luck because the price of a car rental was out of sight.
2-2 pitch, another foul ball by Steve. Barmakian battling Scully with 2 outs. Brady West at second base with that double. I went to Hawaii a couple of weeks ago. The rental car prices were just out of control. Barmakian, 2-2. Scully, the pitch to the plate. Looked pretty good, must have been inside, and the count now full 3-2. Good take by Steve. Barmakian has walked and grounded to short tonight. Has a hit in every game he's played in for the Chukars out of George Washington University. Might as well extend that streak right now. The 3-2 on the way. Ground ball up the middle. Reyes, the shortstop, fields behind the bag, makes the throw. Reyes with great range, out number 3. Kelly, it was a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck in Anchorage.
You betcha, John. Thank you guys so much.
4 runs, make it 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played 3. It's the Chukars 6, the Paddleheads 4 on KSBZ, the Sports Zone. Back here at Melaleuca Field, top of the 4, your line score through 3. It's Missoula, 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Idaho Falls, 6 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. And for your middle inning play-by-play and another special guest, here's Tyler Peterson.
Thank you, John. We're going to extend our celebrity third inning into the 4th. I welcome Kelly McCary, the development director for Idaho Falls Pride. Welcome to the KSBZ airwaves.
Hi, Tyler. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here as well. You know, in the 4th inning, John and I like to do a segment called This Day in Baseball History. We look back at what happened on this day. We're making some history tonight. This is the first ever Pride Night at any Pioneer League game in 81 years, and that must be special for you.
Yeah, we're really excited to be here tonight, and we're really grateful to the Chukars for having us.
It'll be Carranza, Reyes, and Troyer, the first 3 hitters to face Jake Binder, who now works with a lead at 6-4. So Kelly, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how long you've been in town, and how long you've been working with IF Pride.
Well, I'm from Ohio originally, Columbus, Ohio, and I moved out here about 3 years ago to work in town here, and I've been with Idaho Falls Pride for 2 years now. This will be my second Pride with them.
Carranza steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. All 3 of these hitters, Carranza, Reyes, and Troyer, all 0 for 1, and now a little stoppage as the bullpen needs to sort of get off the field. I don't know if this has been in the work for a few years, but I know we've talked about, at least in the office, a Pride night at the ballpark. How did that develop into this night specifically tonight? And was it a long time coming? Because it a great turnout tonight, I have to say.
It did turn out really well tonight. It was a while coming. We tried probably about a year ago, and I think COVID had other plans for all of us, so we didn't get to have our Pride night. And, we've just been talking to the community about it, and people were really excited to have a Pride night at the Chukars.
1-0 pitch to the plate. That's a strike, 1-1. Tyler and John talking with Kelly McCary, the development director for Idaho Falls Pride. Binder on the hill, 1-1 pitch. Brady West sets up inside. Binder to the plate. That fastball's off the glove of Brady West, and it's going to be a ball. Pretty good pitch. You know, one of the first things I noticed, I came back and joined the team in March, and we got the Pride jerseys in early, and I looked at them, and they were looking awesome. The traditional pinstripes with the rainbow all across. Those will be auctioned off after the game, and tell me who benefits from that.
So all the money will go to Idaho Falls Pride, and with that money we put on future events like our festival every year that you can look for next year. It also goes to help support other awesome charities around, like Reading Time with the Queens or the Community Food Basket that we're doing a food drive for them tonight.
2-1 pitch outside. That's ball 3. How important are events like this to the community here?
Events like this are really important. They mean something different to everybody, but it's really important that everyone feels safe and like they belong just as they are, no matter where they are.
Here's a 3-1 to the plate. That is swung on, fouled away, 3-2. So you say you're from Columbus, Ohio. I have a few friends from that area. Are you an Indians fan originally? Are you a big baseball fan at all?
Yeah, I'm a medium baseball fan, but the Indians would be my home team. Yes, I grew up just outside of Cleveland, so that the Indians are also the ones who broke that Cleveland sports curse for us. So
that's true. The Indians got back to the World Series only to be beaten by the Chicago Cubs. Unfortunately, I hate to bring that up.
But they made it.
Swing and a miss by Carranza. He strikes out. That's strikeout number 2 for Binder. He's looking much better after that rough start in the first. So I have to ask, since this already is such a great success, are there already some plans in works for something next year?
I think we would like to make the Chukars Pride Night maybe a standing event for every June from here on out. It's been great to be here.
And it's been great to have you. Another great crowd tonight. Last night we had 3,500. I'm expecting to see probably over 3,000 by the time we announce our attendance tonight. Here's Reyes. Squares to bunt. This ball in the dirt, though. It's 1-0. 6-4, the Chukars lead in the top of inning number 4. 6 runs on only 4 hits for Idaho Falls. This pitch to the plate, that is, I think Brady West needs a new glove, John. He's now sort of dropped twice. It's 2-0. What other events normally does Idaho Falls Pride have around this time? Obviously, it's Pride Month. And do you have a long events list through the end of June?
So most of our events happen this week. We did a kickoff night at Mackenzie River, and we did a reading time with the Queens on Friday, which is an awesome kids event.
There's a strike, 2 and 1.
Usually we have a parade and a festival, but we weren't quite sure how things were going to shake out this year when we started planning in the fall. So this is our big event for this year, but we'll have a few other events throughout the year as well.
2 and 1 to Jose Reyes, a former Osprey, now with the Paddleheads. This pitch lined in the left field, a base hit in front of Matt Feinstein. A 1-out single for Missoula. That'll bring the potential tying runs to the plate. 2-run ball game here, top of inning number 4. We're speaking with Kelly McCary, the development director for Idaho Falls Pride on Pride Night, the first Pride Night in the history of the Pioneer League here in Idaho Falls. Where can folks find information about your foundation? How can they reach you? How can they get involved?
The best way to reach us is through our social media, Idaho Falls Pride on Instagram or Facebook, but you can also go to our website, idahofallspride.org or .com, and check us out there.
Here's Sam Troyer. He's 0 for 1. Fouls this at the plate. 0-1 to Troyer. 6-4. The Chukars lead over the Paddleheads in this critical 3-game series in Idaho Falls. The Chukars currently 5 games back of Missoula. This is game 25 of 96, but game 25 of 48 in the first half. And of course, whoever wins the first half gets to host that playoff game. 1 pitch to Troyer. That's taken for a called strike. Nice breaking ball there. And it's now 0-2. Kelly, have you been to any Chukars games before?
I have, yeah. This, I think, is my 3rd one since I moved here.
All this year or previous years?
This is my 2nd one this year, but one back in 2018, I think.
2018. I was going to say, were you here for our championship season? This pitch fly down the right field line. Here comes Quiggle, still coming on at the bullpen. He goes into a slide. Did he make the catch? No. A great running play. Quiggle slides in. He gets up, gets that jersey a little bit more dirty. Just a foul ball, still 0-2, and I got to say that number 51 jersey, whoever gets it, will be very well game used.
I was thinking that. They're your option to get them now. Make sure you get down there.
And give us some more information. We've got some tables out in the front. That's correct? And
correct, yeah. We've got some tables. We've got a table where we're selling some Idaho Falls Pride gear, and then also a table where you can make a donation to get a game-worn jersey.
0-2 pitch to Troyer. Here's a line drive right at Monty. Oh, he drops it. Goes to second for 1. On to first. That will be a double play. 6-4-3. The inning is over. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the success today.
Oh, thank
and we
you
hope
so
to
much
see
for
you.
having me.
We hope to see you next year as well.
Oh, you'll see me next year. Thank you so much, guys.
We go to the bottom of inning number 4. 6-4. The Chukars lead on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. It's the bottom of inning number 4. 6-4, the Chukars lead over the Paddleheads after a slow start to the inning, or to the game rather. 4 runs for the Paddleheads on top of the 4th. It's been quiet since. The Chukars with 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and now they bat here in the bottom of inning number 4. Webb Little, Matt Feinstein, and Andrew Don, the heart of this Chukars order, will face a new pitcher. It's Ramon Martin. He replaces Neil Uscali.
Uscali goes 3 innings, 4 hits, gave up 6 runs. He struck out 1, walked 3, and he tossed a wild pitch.
I'm thinking about that play Manji made. I don't think he meant to do it. I think he just mishandled the ball. But what a great mishandle as he's able to turn 2.
By the way, Uscali, 6 runs given up, 3 were earned.
So here's Little. He's been on base twice, once on an error, once on a walk. Martin, a left-handed pitcher. First pitch, outside, ball 1. I'm just looking now at my scorebook, John. The line for Kona Quiggle, he's 1 for 1. He walked, but he scored 2 runs in 2 plate appearances. And how about making some friends on your first game as a Chukar?
And don't forget the stolen base.
Swing and miss for Webb Little, 1-1. Martin has a 5.4 ERA in 8 games. Only 5 innings pitched, though. So used sparingly. Maybe a situational lefty. He faces a lefty Webb Little here. Webb takes a breaking ball low for ball 2. 2-1 now.
Martin pitched for the University of Louisville for 2 years. So he had some D1 activity.
It's a 2-1 pitch to Little, swung on and fouled at the plate. 2-2.
Nice to see Norm Taylor at the ball game tonight. Longtime Chukar fan. Among many others.
I see some fans here in attendance wearing the breast cancer jerseys that we auctioned off. They're wearing them tonight. You can wear player jerseys by getting the ones tonight. It's now 3-2 to Webb Little. Here's the 3-2 pitch to the plate. This is swung on right back up the middle, a base hit. Webb Little, a solid line drive right over second base. A leadoff single for the Chukars. That's the 3rd inning now out of 4 that they've had the leadoff man on, and that bodes well. So here's Feinstein. Feinstein is 0 for 2. First pitch to Feinstein. Lefty Martin deals. It's a strike on the outside. Fastball at 91. Said before, former Idaho Falls A, Jose Canseco, in town today. This pitch weakly grounded towards second. The second baseman O'Connor flips to Reyes onto first, not in time. So Webb out at second. Feinstein reaches on the fielder's choice. He replaces Webb at first, and now there's 1 away.
Jose Reyes, a very good shortstop, a lot of range, strong arm. He has not committed an error this year for Missoula.
Reyes has played in 7 games for Missoula so far. Here's Andrew Don. Andrews hasn't hit a home run in a little bit now. It's been 9 games. First pitch, ball outside. Ball 1. Don today, 0 for 2. Thrower to first, getting back is Feinstein. 6-4 Chukars. The 1-0 pitch to Don. He takes a strike, 1-1. Feinstein on at first. Outfield, straight up. Infield not in double play depth, which is interesting because they want to cover Don's pull side to the left. Breaking ball inside, 2-1. Reyes is really not in any position to cover second base if a ball is hit up the middle. Here's Martin's 2-1 pitch. He kicks, fires to the plate. Don takes in the dirt, now 3-1. Thomas de Bonville on deck. He hit a league-leading 7th home run in this ballgame, or league-leading tying 7th home run, I should say, as 2 other guys have 7 home runs. This pitch, a strike on the outside. It's now 3-2. So Don has been patient. He's watched 5 pitches go right by him. Now I'll have to swing if it's close. Three-two pitch. That's way outside. Ball 4. So now 2 men on. It's the 4th walk issued by Paddleheads pitching. And here's Thomas de Bonville. Two men on, 1 man out, 6-4 Chukars lead. This first pitch to de Bonville, breaking ball, down for strike 1. Oh, 1 to Thomas. Martin to the plate, a large breaking ball that spins backdoor on de Bonville. It's now 0-2. Martin peers into his catcher Gatewood. Now de Bonville wants time. Takes a page out of the Matt Feinstein playbook. Stepping out on 2 strikes. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Paddleheads. 6 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Idaho Falls. 0-2 pitch, swung on, tapped at the plate, and just barely. Martin peers into Gatewood. Gatewood doesn't move yet. Now he sets up outside. The 0-2 pitch is swung on, fouled away.
Checking some scores around the Pioneer League. Tyler, Grand Junction 10-1 over Billings. Boise leads Ogden 4-1. And Great Falls leading Rocky Mountain 7-5.
Still 0-2 on de Bonville, who's fouled 2 pitches away on 0-2. He'll face another 0-2 from Martin. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball, strike 3 call. De Bonville walking back to the dugout. So wasn't looking breaking ball away. First strikeout for Martin. And now, even though the bases have been congested this inning, there's 2 outs in the inning. It'll be the lefty, Kona Quiggle, in his first game. Has a chance to knock a man in with 2 outs. Again, Quiggle with the Detroit Tigers this year at Double-A. First pitch swung on and missed. He tried to hit one out of the ballpark. 0-1. Pitch to the plate, breaking ball, stays inside on Quiggle. He's had 2 plate appearances. He's reached base both times, and he's scored 2 runs. Not bad for a debut. He also got a stolen base. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Martin. That's swung on, fouled away. So 1-2 now to Quiggle. Kona Quiggle from the university down in Phoenix, Grand Canyon University. He played for the Connecticut Tigers of the New York Penn League at low A, or short season A ball in 2019. Then this year, split time between high A West Michigan and double A Erie, just 12 games before he was released. 1-2 pitch to Quiggle. Here's a high drive to right, but Akins is under it. He makes the catch. So Quiggle gave it a ride, but he comes up empty. 1 hit for the Chukars and 2 men left on base. That's it. No runs scored. We go to the top of inning number 5. It's 6-4. The Chukars lead on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. 6-4, the Chukars lead in the top of inning number 5, and it's our Toyota 5th inning check-in with me, Tyler Peterson, and him, John Balgini, on KSPZ 980.
That's me. Yep.
If you are listening or watching this game right now, we would love to hear from you, even from our newest viewers, the Quiggles. I saw your post. Yes, we are up and we are on YouTube. Let us know on Twitter or Facebook if you're watching, listening, interact with our broadcast. We'd love to hear where everybody is. We had someone from Korea reach out yesterday. I think that's the new farthest for us for a broadcast watcher. And John, for those in the stands, there is a added prize for those listening right now.
That's right. The first person who comes up to in front of the booth here and says, hey, I would love to take my dad to Father's Day. I have 4 tickets to Father's Day baseball tomorrow afternoon.
Wow.
To the first person who can come up and claim them.
If you're in the stadium right now listening to KSPZ 980, let me know with a wave. If you're out there, let us know. There's 1. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hobby makes 12, 13, 14. And if you want tickets, come on up. John's got free tickets for the first person. I think I see a gentleman. He is coming up right now. Jake Binder versus McLean O'Connor. 0-1 pitch on the way. He squares to bunt. He takes high, 1-1. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for listening.
We'll do it again in a couple of innings.
Ooh, how about that? So stay tuned, folks. 6-4, the Chukars lead. It's 1-1 to McLean O'Connor. He had a single, his first pro single. Here's a weak ball down third. Charging is Little. He's going to let that roll foul.
Chukars have turned 2 double plays in the last 2 innings.
The DeBonvilles are here. They're here, John.
Hey, stop on by the booth.
Let us know if you're here. Yeah, DeBonville family, come on up to the booth. We have had so many guests today. Let's have more. If the DeBonvilles are listening, come on up to the booth. Welcome to Idaho Falls. McLean down in the count 1-2. Binder waiting a long time to deliver this 1-2 pitch. Now he kicks, fires in the dirt, blocked by West. No outs, 6-4, the Chukars lead in the top of inning number 5. After going down 4-0, the Chukars answer back with 6 straight. 2-2, swung on, tapped at the plate. Maybe got a piece of Brady West. It's still 2-2. No action in either bullpen, which means we will likely see Rebel and Martin out for a second inning of work. We appreciate everybody watching and listening to tonight's ball game. The biggest series of the year, swing and a miss. Changeup gets McLean, and for Binder, that's strikeout number 3. So 1 out, that'll bring up the top of the order. It'll be Cameron Thompson, the third baseman, who we have not seen this year, except for this game, of course. He's 0 for 2, struck out, and lined out. Lined out, a great leaping play from Alexis Monge. Got some people checking in with us on Facebook. Pitch to the plate. Breaking ball a little bit outside. Joy Binder and the Binders watching from Syracuse, New York. Tara Henderson and her 2-year-old granddaughter here at the game. They are Jake Binder's host family. Samantha's listening and watching on YouTube. Samantha Matsuzuki. Thanks for joining us, Samantha. It's 1-0 to Cameron Thompson. Pitch to the plate. That is a called strike. Thompson, as we said, a Kansas State alumnus. We had a Kansas State alumnus in the booth yesterday, Greg Woods from the Post-Register, who's here at the game again today. 1-1 pitch to Thompson. There's a line drive into right center field. Will anyone get there? DeBonville running. He dives. No, he didn't. He did. He makes an outstanding catch. There was no way he was getting to that ball. And Thomas DeBonville did. The best catch of the whole year, Thomas DeBonville, in his 22nd start in center field. That's a piece of worthy catch on its own, but that's getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Here's Kyler Castillo, 2 outs. First pitch, ground to Monge. He backs up. He gets it, fires to first. It's dug. No, it's not quite dug out by Daniel Martins Molinari. And that'll be an error on Monge. The third error for the Chukars. Whew. Can't quite get over that DeBonville catch yet, John.
And how big is it now with the error to follow. Although he would have gone to second for the force out, which would have been an easy out. If if he doesn't come up with it, that probably rolls to the fence and is extra bases.
I misunderstood the DeBonvilles. They said they were here after a fun day on the river, but they're listening from Silverthorne.
Okay.
So they're here in spirit, but they will be in Colorado Springs next week. And if you're in Colorado Springs next week, come pay me a visit. I don't know what that stadium is like, but come pay me a visit all the same. Castillo is on first. Akins takes ball 1. Appreciate you checking in all the same. Great play from Tom there. 1-0 pitch to Akins. Here's a line drive to center. Tom's going to have a chance again. He backs up. He leaps, and he makes another nice catch. And the inning is over, and this was Thomas DeBonville's inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-4, the Chukars lead on KSPZ 980. Bottom of inning number 5, live from Melaleuca Field on Jim Garshow Way in the Jim Garshow radio booth. Tyler Peterson and John Bell Jr. bringing you this 25th game of 96 this year. 6-4, the Chukars lead in the bottom of inning number 5, and it's our Toyota 5th inning check-in. If you're listening or watching, let us know on Twitter or Facebook. And I've got 64 people near and dear to my heart watching our YouTube broadcast, of which myself and Steven, our technical director, are very proud of. Steven operates the cameras. It'll be Daniel Martins, Molinari, Brady West, and Alexis Mongi, the first 3 hitters. And there's a base hit to left field on the first pitch as Molinari picks up hit number 2 in the game. He's been on base twice. He's got a home run, and he scored twice. So another leadoff base runner for the Chukars, the 4th time in 5 innings. West, 1 for 2, he doubled back in the 3rd inning. Pitch to the plate, breaking ball from Martin, that's a strike 1. Lefty-lefty matchup now as Martin faces West. We've got an exciting matchup tomorrow, John. On Father's Day, it'll be the debut of Mason Schwellenbach.
Easy for you to say.
Against Daniel Silva. Here's a fly ball down the left field line, a much anticipated home start from Daniel Silva. Foul from Brady West, it's now 0-2. Our Martins Molinari on at first. Takes a lead. The lefty deals to the plate. Ground ball foul. Brady hit that. I don't know exactly what kind of angle, like a 120-degree angle behind him. It almost hit the on-deck hitter, Monji. It's pretty much an impossible angle to hit the ball, but he gets the job done. He stays alive. Chris Adolphson watching this game from Boise as they are still in that baseball tournament, I believe. 0-2 pitch to West. Ground ball towards first. First baseman drops it. He picks it up close to second, and he recovers on the play and does get an out. Troyer got a hot shot off the glove. He had to chase after it and make a play on it. No error, as an out was recorded. West on via the fielder's choice. So here's Monji. Molinari with the put out at second. That goes 3-6. So one out for Monji. It's 0 for 2. Came into the game batting .371. First pitch to Monji. That's a strike at the knees. A quick 0-1. 6-4, the Chukars lead over Missoula. The team they're chasing in the division, they're back 5 games. Pitch to Monji, that is outside 1-1. Monji steps back in the box. Taps the dirt in front of him. Now waggles the bat. Martin to the plate on 1-1. That pitch is outside. Breaking ball from Martin. It's now 2-1. The reason that this series is a series I called the biggest of the year for all the games that come after it is because the last 3 games that the Chukars face Missoula, who they're chasing, 2-1 pitch, that's outside 3-1. But if you look at the opponents for both teams going down the end of the first half, the Chukars play the Rocky Mountain Vibes 12 more times. That is a team that they took 5 of 6 from at this ballpark. The Paddleheads have to face the Ogden Raptors 9 times, the best team in the South. They did take 2 of 3 from them. 3-1 pitch to Monji, swung on a miss, 3-2. But you want to try to win the first half, if at all possible. You get the automatic playoff berth. And you host the 1-game divisional game. $3-2 pitch. That is outside ball 4. Bid of 100 for Tim Reynolds. 100, Tim Reynolds. 100. So Monji walks. It's 2 men on, 1 man out for Steve Barmakian. Barmakian, 9-game hitting streak, but he does not have a hit here yet. Stands in the box, lefty-lefty matchup. Steve likes to ambush on the first pitch. Martin's first pitch to the plate, that's a fastball high. Fastball at 89. Some big insurance runs out there for the Chukars. They're only up 2. And that's like not even having a lead at all in this league. 1-0 pitch, that's inside 2-0. Well, Webb Little would be on deck, and now, with a 2-0 count, we've got some action in that Missoula bullpen. Chukars in their pinstripe traditional white jerseys, except the pinstripes, not black today. Each pinstripe is a different color of the rainbow for Pride Night. The Paddleheads in some sort of tie-dye orange and forest green combination. 2-0 pitch. This is fouled down the left field line, out of play.
It's their Grateful Dead uniforms.
They wore these on 90s trivia night at the ballpark in Missoula. The next day is a night I know we will never see here, a promotion that Kevin Green will never allow. That was free beer night in Missoula.
Free beer?
Free beer night. I don't think we'll see that here, though.
Hats off to Matt Ellis, the head man in Missoula.
2-1 pitch to the plate. Barmakian takes, just a bit low. Good eye by Steve, and Martin showing his displeasure, taking a long walk back up to the top of that mound.
You're not calling Kevin cheap, are you?
I wouldn't do that.
No.
He's my boss. I would never say anything about Kevin. How dare you, John? Trying to get me in trouble. 3-1 pitch to the plate. Barmakian, a high chopper down first.
By the way, I don't know if we mentioned it, but bringing the lineup card out to home plate, and once again it was Whitey, Caden White, who's on a roll.
Got some more folks checking in with us on Facebook. Debbie Eskridge watching the game at home. Go Chukars. Thanks, Debbie.
I wonder if she's keeping score from home.
Are you keeping score, Debbie? Let us know. Heidi Butcher and the Butchers watching from Utah, of course. Here's a pitch that hits Barmakian.
Right in the wallet.
On 3-2, nonetheless. The bases are loaded now for Webb Little. So Brady West at third. He reached via the fielder's choice. Manji at second. He walked. Barmakian on at first. He was hit by a pitch. Here's Webb Little. He now leads this team in RBI. He took away that lead from Andrew Don. Mary Kay Jenkins watching at home on YouTube. Brett Pollard listening on the radio. This pitch fouled down the left field line. Kipton, Kinsley, and Dad are watching from the third baseline with EICU. Welcome to the game, guys. Sydney and Travis Davis watching on YouTube, and Shannon Reeves from home in Idaho Falls on YouTube with someone from Nigeria on video call. That might be farther away than Korea. This pitch, a half swing and a miss. 0-2 on Little. Well, we do broadcast to Nigeria. You can watch Chukars baseball in Lagos if you want. Martin comes set on 0-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Webb Little at the plate in a 2-run ball game. The pitch to the plate is swung on, hit high, hit deep down the line. Is it fair? It is foul. It had the distance, it had the sound, but not the direction. Almost the second grand slam for the Chukars this season, but just a loud foul ball. We appreciate everybody checking in with us as we still play in the bottom of the fifth. This pitch fouled back. Webb Little staying alive. Little tonight, he's 1 for 2. He's walked and singled. Oh, 0-2 pitch again to Webb. That's high. Ball 1. The Binders cheering on the Little brothers as Jake, Sam, and Webb all went to Ithaca College. And they're all from New York as well. Monica McGaffey enjoying the game from the stands, totally enjoying tonight's vibe. It's a winning vibe, this pitch in the dirt. Certainly a good vibe, a great crowd tonight. We're expecting a big number from our attendance announcement. We don't have it quite yet. Karen Dady, Brady West's grandma and grandpa watching from Rockford, Illinois. Love you, Brady, says grandma and grandpa. We'll get that message to Brady. It's 2-2 to Little. Base is still loaded. Martin to the plate. This is foul down the left field line, and again, out of play. So this will be now an 8-pitch at bat. 6-4 the Chukars lead, bottom of inning number 5. Your base runners with ducks on the pond, West at third, Manji at second, Barmakian at first. A very speedy base runner at first, as well as second. A double from Webb could very well clear the bases. But he's in a 2-2 count against Martin, a lefty. Here's the pitch to the plate. A swung on, another drive down the right field line, and again, a foul ball. Two and two to Webb Little. Only one out here. Martin, at least, he's thinking, hey, one ground ball, that'll get me out of this inning. Chukars have not scored since they scored 3 in the third. We're here in the bottom of the 5th. 3 in the second, 3 in the third. All 4 runs for Missoula in the first. Martin set on the mound. He kicks. He throws. This is into the gap. A soft line drive over the second baseman. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. A 2-run single for Webb Little. And he's pushed it to a 4-run lead. 8-4 Chukars lead. West comes home. Manji follows right behind him. To third goes Barmakian. Webb Little might have just ended the night for Rabone Martin. Here comes Michael Schlack. They'll have a quick chat on the mound, and we'll see if he takes the ball from Rabone. He will. This pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher on KSBZ, the Sports Zone. Welcome back to our ball game. A new pitcher for the Paddleheads as Rabone Martin is replaced by Matt Vonderschmidt.
Martin goes 1 1/3, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs thus far, both earned. He walked 2, hit 1, and struck out 1.
His runners at first and third for Matt Feinstein. 8-4 the Chukars lead. 2 more runs here in the bottom of inning number 5. The Chukars have won 2 straight games. Paddleheads lost last night to Ogden. Vonderschmidt set on the mound. His first pitch of the ball game to Feinstein is swung on, fouled away. The Quiggles are watching, John. They're watching from Phoenix, and Grandma Jan is watching from Michigan. Welcome to Idaho Falls, Quiggle family. Met Kona today. Seems like a great guy, and he's Scored 2 runs, so he's making lots of friends. Pitch to the plate, swung on a miss by Feinstein. It's 0-2 now.
And currently in Phoenix, it's clear and 109 degrees.
My old stomping grounds when I was going to ASU.
The high today in Phoenix is only 115.
Pitch to the plate, that's in the dirt. Taking off is Webb. He will have second on a wild pitch. So now it's imperative that Feinstein puts this ball in play.
What do you do in Phoenix if your air conditioning goes out?
I remember the story of a lady, John, that she did ever had air conditioning, and the city, as a gift, she was an old lady, she'd lived a long time in Phoenix, gave her air conditioning. And I thought, how can you live without air conditioning in Phoenix? Here's a ball to center. Over is Carranza. He will dive. He will miss it. It's past him to the wall. Here's Barmakian scoring. Here's Webb scoring to third. Feinstein standing up with a triple. It's now 10-4. The fourth triple of the year for Matt Feinstein. It brings in 2 runs and 2 more RBI for Matt Feinstein. He is smoking hot. And you can now close the chapter of tonight in the book of Robin Martin. 2-run triple for Matt Feinstein. Carranza, to his credit, almost got there. First pitch to Don, fouled away. So the Chukars have broken it open. Another 10-run game. That offense, we were missing it there for a little bit there, John.
We're stuck in single digits for a while, and that's going to get home another run.
Ground ball to second. Throw to first in time. Feinstein scores. Give Don an RBI on the 4-3 ground out. So the bases are now empty, but the Chukars now have a 7-run lead. And I believe that Binder will go back out there for the 6th as well. No one warming in that bullpen for the Chukars. And right now, after getting punched in the mouth with 4 runs in the top of the first, the Chukars just hammering down the Paddleheads. Swung and missed from DeBonville, excuse me. 0-1, 11-4, the Chukars lead. As we head to a nice sunset here in Idaho Falls. Pretty clouds in the background here at Melaleuca. Thomas hit his 7th home run of the season. A line shot. It was back in the 3rd inning. This pitch in the dirt. 1-1 to DeBonville. It's the still bottom of inning number 5. 5 runs across. Pitch, a line shot that's stopped by O'Connor. He throws to first in time. Nice job there from O'Connor. The inning is finally over, but 5 runs for the Chukars on 3 hits. We go to the top of inning number 6. It's 11-4 on KSPZ 980. It's Chukars 11, Paddleheads 4 on KSPZ 980. So far, so good to start this series for Idaho Falls. A 5-run bomb in the 5th. We're here in the top of inning number 6, and that's Tyler Peterson and John Balgini inside the Jim Garshow radio booth. It'll be the big hitters Almond, Gatewood, and Carranza to face Jake Binder, who goes back out for inning 6. Almond had a 3-run home run in the first inning, and then Gatewood followed that up with a solo shot. First pitch is high, and the feeling was, oh geez, here come the Paddleheads, but Idaho Falls has outslugged them tonight. A 3-run second, a 3-run third, and a 5-run 5th. There's a strike on the outside from Binder, fastball at 88. Good sinking fastball from Binder. 4-pitch guy, sinker, change, slider, and curve. Starts his motion from the windup. He throws sinker inside. It's now 2-1. Almond is 1 for 2, as is Gatewood, who hits behind him. This is a much different Paddleheads lineup than we've seen previously. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball that catches the outside. Nice looking pitch. And now it's 2-2. Had a couple guys get call-ups to big league organizations. Matt Workington signed with the Cubs. Andrew Bash signed with the Blue Jays. Binder on 2-2. Here's the pitch. There's a slider that's popped up towards first. Molinari will give it a look, but that'll go off of the 10th in the first base pinkick area. It's now 2-2.
Fans, as a reminder, we only have about an hour left in the selling auction for the jerseys that your Chukars are wearing for Pride Night tonight. Once again, about an hour left in the selling auction.
2-2 to Zachary Almond, the designated hitter, the cleanup hitter for Missoula. Where does Binder go here? He kicks, he fires to the plate, swung on and missed. Sinker inside. Binder, his 4th strikeout of the night, and it's out number 1 in the 6th. Here's Gatewood. Left-handed hitter, as we said. Had a solo shot back in the first inning. For Gatewood, that was his 3rd home run of the year. First pitch, sinker on the outside, strike 1. We appreciate everybody who checked in with us. We got a great response tonight and got a great crowd here. We got fans all over watching, enjoying Chukars baseball. 0-1 pitch to the plate, that's fouled off. 0-2. Now to Nick Gatewood. Binder brings the glove up, takes a deep breath, takes a second deep breath, and now he starts his motion. The 0-2 pitch, that's in the dirt through Brady West's legs, but it's just a ball. Nobody's on. Top of inning number 6. Chukars up 7, 11-4. It's Idaho Falls and Missoula. Chukars trail Missoula by 5 games in the standings. And now Binder steps off. Now Binder's ready. Brady gives him the sign. West sets up outside. The pitch is swung on and fouled off again. Went back to the sinker, this one at 89. The College World Series is currently on. 2 top teams, Arizona and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, of course, has probably 2 of the top 3 draft picks in this upcoming draft. 2-2 pitch, that is just a bit low. It's 6-6 in the 11th inning with those two teams. That's the opening game for them in the College World Series. And Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter are expected to go in the top 3. 2 really, really good pitchers. The best 2 in college baseball. 2-2 to Gatewood with 1 out. The pitch from Binder on its way. Fastball outside, 3-2. So Gatewood runs this count full. It's an 0-2 to 3-2. Allman struck out to begin the top of the 6th. Binder comes set. Here comes his payoff pitch to Nick Gatewood, and it's swung on, ground to Molinari. He dives, and it's past him into right field for a base hit. Give Gatewood his 2nd hit of the night. And it's a 1-out ground ball single to right field. That'll bring up Carranza. We saw Tristan Carranza in that 6-game series with Missoula, 3 in Missoula, 3 here in Idaho Falls. In those 6 games, there was a rain-shortened doubleheader, but we saw Carranza in the leadoff spot basically for every single one of those games. Here he bats 6th. And this lineup is totally different, and part of that is because, number 1, no Luke Navigato, their very good second baseman. He is on the mend, as is Clay Fisher, their shortstop, who leads the Pioneer League, at least tied now with Thomas DeBonville with 7 home runs. 2 guys that are not playing, so Jose Reyes at second and McLean O'Connor, or Reyes at short and O'Connor at second. Those are 2 big guys that are not in their lineup anymore. First pitch on its way. Breaking ball in the dirt. Carranza takes it. Carranza in this game is 0 for 2. He flied out and struck out. Carranza dusting off the gloves. It's Gatewood on at first. 1 out. 11-4. The Chukars lead. Top of inning number 6. Still no action in either bullpen. Binder to the plate. That sinker is just a bit low. 2-0. Binder set. Gatewood off at first. The 2-0 is high. Now 3-0 to Carranza. Binder can go after Carranza. I'm glad he went after Gatewood on a full count. Got a 7-run lead. That can disappear fast in this league, though. We've seen time after time. Pitch to Carranza. That's a beautiful curveball. Or maybe that was the slider there. It was thrown hard. It'll be 3-1 now. Gatewood off at first. 3-1 to Carranza. Pitch on the way. Sinker called, strike 2 on the inside. Carranza started to go to first, but he will now be called back. It will be 3-2, the second straight 3-2 count. This Chukars defense awaiting a ground ball off a sinker, maybe. Maybe they can turn 2. We've seen him do it twice this game. 3-2 pitch. That's a ground ball to third. Webb has it to second for 1. Barmakian on to first. Oh, and it's dropped by Molinari. Almost had the double play. Carranza running down the line. It was a close play anyway. Ball in the dirt from Barmakian, and Martins Molinari tried to scoop. No error. The out was recorded at second, and you cannot assume a double play. A fielder's choice. 5-4. That gets Gatewood out at second. Carranza reaches on the fielder's choice, and here's Jose Reyes. Not that Jose Reyes who played shortstop for all those years with the Mets. And now as I think about it, Rockies, Marlins, Blue Jays? Yes. First pitch to Reyes. sinker low. Reyes in this game 1 for 2. He had a single back in the fourth, but was erased on a double play. It's Carranza on at first. And Tristan Carranza for the year has 7 stolen bases. This is a team that likes to run a lot. They're tied with the Raptors for most stolen bases in the league at 40. 1-0 pitch. That's high off of the glove of West. He's going to pick it up. That's going to be a wild pitch. West on a spring there out of his crouch, but just could get a piece of the mitt on it. Carranza goes to second. First wild pitch for Binder today. It's 2 now to Reyes. Reyes wants time. A runner at second base for the Paddleheads. Only one of those since the second inning. Or since the first inning. After the first inning, only one man reached second or further on the base paths. Other than that, Binder's been pretty good. He had 3 innings where only one base runner reached, hoping to make it a 4th here. Actually looking to make it a 5th. He's been very efficient tonight. So 2-0 now to Jose Reyes. Carranza at second. Infield is playing back. Pitch on the way. A huge cut and a miss. It's now 2-1. And Reyes looked like he pulled his head on that one. Jake trying to get back in this at bat now. 2-1 to Reyes. Pitch to the plate. Breaking ball just a little outside. 3-1. Right now this is Jake Binder's inning. Billy Gardner Jr. with no plans to take him out as of yet. Binder to the plate on 3-1. Another swing and a huge miss by Reyes. He sort of has a funny swing because not only does it look like he's swinging, it looks like he's taking 2 steps when he's swinging. Three-two pitch, ground ball towards third. Webb on the backhand. That is a foul ball. Close play. The third base coach tried to influence the decision, but no dice there for Missoula. Just foul. Three and two. 2 outs. Chukars lead by 7. The payoff pitch from Binder on its way. That is in the dirt. So Reyes walks. There's now 2 men on. And that'll bring up Sam Troyer. So Carranza still at second, Reyes on at first, and now Bob Malachy will have a conversation with Jake Binder, as now we got someone going down to that bullpen in right field. And that's John Nunley. (11-4) the Chukars lead in the top of inning number 6, but as we've seen not once, not twice, but seems like 10 times Leads of 6, 7, 8 just shrinking in the matter of one inning. So let's reset the field here. There's 2 outs in the top of inning number 6. Carranza at second, Reyes at first, Troyer up at the plate. Troyer is 0 for 2. He's flied out and grounded into a double play. Right-handed hitter. We have our attendance for the night, 3,090. Here's a ground ball off the glove of Manji into left field. That's a base hit. In to score is Carranza on the first pitch. Troyer with an RBI single. And now it's 11-5. So a 2-out rally for the Paddleheads. Reyes now at second, Troyer at first. And that'll bring up McLean O'Connor. O'Connor got his first professional hit back in the second inning, but looking to pick up his first pro RBI. So 3,090 fans here. A great night of baseball in Idaho Falls. There's a first pitch strike to McLean O'Connor, the man of 2 last names. There goes Carranza off to third. The throw to third is in time. That was Reyes. What was he doing? He thought Binder wasn't paying attention. And a base running mistake ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 11-5. The Chukars lead on KSPZ 980. And the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back to our ball game. Chukars and the Paddleheads. It's 11-5. The Chukars lead. Here's Kona Quiggle at bat number 4 for him, or plate appearance number 4. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch is low, ball 1. It's still Matt Vonderschmidt out there. 1-0 pitch, that's high. Oh, excuse me, a late called strike. 1-1. Quiggle in his first game as a member of the Chukars Walked and scored, singled, stole a base, and scored. Good night for him, tall left-handed batter. 1-1 pitch, half swing, doesn't go around, pitch is low anyway. Two and one to Quiggle, leading off the bottom of the sixth. Pitch to the plate, a line drive into right field, a base hit. A two-hit night for Quiggle. Welcome to the team. A single on 2-1. He leads off the inning. Another lead-off hit for the Chukars. And here's Daniel Martins Molinari. Molinari, the big two-run home run back in the third. He has 2 hits tonight. Vonderschmidt to Molinari. Pitch to the plate. That's low. Ball 1. 2 runs for Molinari as well. Hit by a pitch and a home run. One and 0. Vonderschmidt to the plate. This is taken high for ball 2. We alluded to it earlier, but former Idaho Falls A, back in, I believe it was 1971, maybe it was 1981. Jose Canseco, either way, Jose Canseco was in town today. He came to the ballpark, watched batting practice. His pitch fouled away. He was in Idaho Falls just briefly, but got a championship banner around the stadium with Canseco. He was an A in 1982. Thank you, Stephen. 2-1 to Molinari. This is on its way. This is a weak ground ball back to Vonderschmidt. He'll go to second for 1. He'll throw it into center field. To third goes Quayle. He'll be held up there as Vonderschmidt just sidearmed it right past Reyes, an E1, a fielder's choice E1. As Molinari reaches to first. So after the base hit by Quiggle, Vonderschmidt with the weak ground ball back to him. He turned, he fired, threw it into center field. So Quiggle now on at third, Molinari down at second. So first and third for Brady West. First pitch, that's fouled away. West 0 for 1. And John, I know we're still trying to decide whether that was a pickoff or caught stealing. And I think the verdict is caught stealing. And that was my initial thought. We saw earlier a play against the Chukars. Alexis Monge took off, the pitcher threw to first, and the first baseman threw to second, and that was considered caught stealing. And I thought, well, that's probably sort of the same dynamic at play there. Here's a weak ground ball to second. O'Connor picks it up. He's going to go to first. That's his only play. Brady West will have an RBI ground out, as in to score is Webb Little. Down to second goes Molinari. Another run for the Chukars. It's now 12-5. Well, they put up 16 runs on the Hawks yesterday, 12 here so far. Here's Monge. He's scored 2 runs today, but he doesn't have a hit yet. Swing and a miss by Manji, 0-1. 12-5, the Chukars lead in a game that, at least in my mind, they have to have. This is the biggest series of the year, and it'd be great to start it out with a win. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, foul back to the screen, 0-2. So a 2-hit night for Kona Quiggle, and he scores 3 runs.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Pitch to Manji, ground ball towards short. There's Reyes. He gets it. He throws on to first. Nice play to get the speedy Manji. He is retired 6-3. Over to third, though, goes Brady West. Or rather, Daniel Martins Molinari. So runner at third, 2 outs. Here's Barmakian. First pitch to Steve. He takes low in the dirt. One-0 pitch to Steve. He fouls this one away. 12-5, the Chukars lead. John and Tyler bringing you this game. And of the two, I am Tyler. The other one, of course, is John Balgini, who's been on these airwaves 38 years now, John?
Yep, the old guy in the booth.
The Hall of Famer with the retired microphone just below this press box window. 1-1 pitch to Barmakian, fouls it back. You're shooting for at least 40, right? You got to get to the nice round number.
You bet.
I hope so. 1-2. Hopefully a few more rings by then as well. Remind me again, 3 or 4 championship rings? 4 championship rings with Idaho Falls. Ground ball down first base. That's past Caden White. Foul.
Took 14 years to get my first one. Then just 2 years later to get my second one. And then had a 13-year wait for my third one and a 6-year wait for my fourth one.
You know, I really liked that Idaho Falls Braves ring that you were showing
Yeah.
me. That was a really, really cool one.
That was a nice one. That was the very first one.
And of course, a lot of people like that logo. We've got those retro hats in the store.
Still see people wearing them around town.
1-2 pitch outside. 1-2. They were the Braves 2 times, and remind me why that was, John. There was a little interlude in between.
Yeah, I think it was in '92 that the general manager, who was not Kevin Green, I'll let you call this play.
This is popped up towards third. The third baseman makes the catch, and we'll finish that story maybe on the other side, unless you'd like to finish it now, John. Let's go to break. John will let us know what happened in 1992 as we head to the top of inning number 7, 12-5. The Chukars lead on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Chukars lead 12-5 on KSBZ 980. Hey, Jake Binder back out there for inning number 7. There is someone readying in that bullpen, however, but he will face McLean O'Connor, who was at the plate when Reyes was caught stealing 1-5. So Jake will at least finish the O'Connor at bat. Count was 0-1 on O'Connor when Reyes, watching Binder, just took off to third. All Binder did was step off and throw to third to get him. First pitch to the plate, high and inside, 1-0. 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for Missoula. 12 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors for your Idaho Falls Chukars. 1-0 to the plate. That's just a little bit off the plate, 2-0. Not the guy you want to start 2-0 to. This is a guy you want to attack, and attack hard. You want to make him earn his way on base. Just turned pro from UC Santa Barbara, McLean O'Connor. This is a pitch to center field. Back is DeBonville. He's just going to turn around, and this one is gone. And O'Connor gets the better of Binder there. Home run to dead center field over the 390 marker. He takes on that big wall. It's Chukars 12, Paddleheads 6. O'Connor, his first professional home run, his first professional RBI.
John Nunnally continues to warm for the Chukars, and Kita De La Cruz, big tall righty, warming up for the Paddleheads.
Here's Cameron Thompson. Thompson is 0 for 3. First pitch, outside, ball 1.
Well, Jake Binder has given up 3 long balls in the game and in line to pick up win number 3 of the season.
5 home runs altogether in that ball game so far. We set the over-under at 4 tonight, and it's gone over. Pitch outside, 2-0. Cameron Thompson, as we said, was a graduate of Kansas State. A lot of these new guys for the Paddleheads right out of college. Of course, same with the Chukars. Here's a strike from Binder, 2-1. Last couple of weeks, the Chukars have picked up a few guys basically making their pro debut. You've got both Barmakian and McGinnis from George Washington, Daniel Silva, UC Colorado Springs. How about Brady West from North Greenville? 2-1 pitch, weak ground ball down the first baseline, foul. Paddlehead's doing the same, and you know, we talk about the flow of a season, how the rosters change. We could see another influx of new talent into the Pioneer League come July because the MLB draft happens. There will be a Pioneer League tryout with a Pioneer League draft for those attending that tryout. And then a lot of guys who might be, you know, in previous years gone about maybe 20 to round 30, pitch inside, ball 3, who will not get the opportunity this year because there's only 20 rounds. So we might see a lot of guys who've got pretty good talent at the college level, maybe a lot of 4-year guys, who will suddenly become available and might interest one of the 4 managers in the north or one of the 4 managers in the south. Here's a ground ball to Molinari. Takes it, flips to Binder, and there's 1 out in the top of inning number 7.
The tryout will be in Ogden, and I understand that each team will either have to A, sign somebody for this year, or B, sign somebody for the following year.
Yes, so
at least one.
That is correct. So there will be a draft held, and you've got to take at least 1 guy. Now, whether that's a contract this year, now there probably will be good talent there that people will, when I say people, representatives from each club, will want to take. And they'll have to, I don't know what the draft order is, how that works. I don't think that's been clarified yet, but you don't have to take more than 1, but either a contract this year or an invite to spring training next year. First pitch to Castillo is down low, 1-0. Kyler Castillo, he's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the first and scored. Almost 10 o'clock here in Idaho Falls. Here's a weak ground ball. Manji charges. Manji grabs it. Manji throws on to first. A nice play by Alexis Manji. He makes the play. 6-3. A couple nice plays for Alexis tonight. And there are 2 outs. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Jared Akins. We look at the lineup for Missoula. No Aaron Bond, he's on the bench. No Riley, no Navarez. We've seen all those guys play, but not tonight. First pitch to Akins outside. Bond, a very dangerous hitter.
329 with 6 home runs, and he has stolen 13 bases, not in the lineup tonight.
Perhaps a night off. I don't know if there's anything more to that. 1-0 pitch to the plate. That's outside. Ball 1. Missoula did well in the battle of the Titans down in Utah. They beat the first 2 against Ogden, and they crushed them really in both those games. They got to big leagues early on. And then last night, a walk-off wild pitch for the Raptors helped them salvage 1 game in that series. 2-0 to Akins. Swung on a missed. 2-1 now.
And tonight, Ogden getting roughed up by the Hawks of Boise, 11-2.
And that's interesting to see.
Of course, we'll have the scores from the Pioneer League, former Chukars in the Kansas City chain, and the Major League scoreboard, all on our Westmark Credit Union postgame show, including an interview with our player of the night, live from the field with Mr. Peterson.
2-1 sinker swung on a miss from Akins. And now 2-2. Binder trying to get through 7 innings. If he does, that would be his longest of the season. It already is at 6 2/3. He comes set, looks into West, starts his motion. The pitch to the plate is outside.
Vanderbilt just beat Arizona in 13 innings in the College World Series. This is day number 1 of the College World Series. Of course, I'm rooting for my Texas Longhorns.
3-2, 2 outs. Akins awaiting the payoff pitch. Here it is. That's high for ball 4.
Here comes the skipper.
And that'll be it. Billy Gardner Jr. walks out. He signals down the bullpen. This pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back and we'll tell you about the new pitcher on KSBZ, the Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports and the Idaho Falls Chukars. New pitcher for the Chukars is the right-hander, number 24, John Nunley. He comes in with 2 outs in the top of the 7th to replace Mr. Jake Binder.
Jake goes 6 2/3, gives up 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He walked 2, struck out 4, tossed 1 wild pitch, hit 1 batter, and he's in line to pick up his 3rd win of the season. The ERA will go up tonight, but I'm sure all Jake is hoping for is a Chukars win.
Well, he's had some hard luck losses. He gave up only 3 runs in each of his last 2 games, but he took the loss in both games. Here he gives up 6, and he's still got a 6-run lead.
And he was down 4-0.
Here's Almond. A huge cut and a miss from Almond. He comes up empty. 90 miles an hour there from John Nunley. Nunley, 3-pitch pitcher, 4-seam, cutter, and slurve. Almond 1 for 3, that 3-run home run in the top of the 1st. Pitch to the plate. That's swung on and missed again. That was the cutter, I believe, at 88, 0-2. Two outs. Nunley. From 2 straight strikes out of the bullpen. What's he have for Almond? The 0-2 pitch, that is swung on, popped out of play, back over the press box and out of play. So still 0-2 to Almond with Akins on at first. Akins is fast, but he won't be taking off because it won't do the Paddleheads much good to just move a guy up 90 feet when you're down 6. Pitch to the plate, slider outside, nice pitch from Nunley. Try to get Almond to chase.
NBA note, the Bucks beat the Nets in Brooklyn tonight, so it's Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. And, of course, Game 7 of the other series coming up tomorrow.
So Almond didn't offer at the slurve on 0-2. Now it's 1-2. The pitch to the plate. Another slurve. That is strike 3 called. Almond jumps up in disbelief. He is gone looking. And the inning is over. Nunley does his job out of the bullpen. He strikes out. The batter he came in to face. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 12-6. Chukars on KSPZ 980. The 4th pitcher of the night for the Missoula Paddleheads comes in. It's Kita De La Cruz, a very good right-handed pitcher.
6'6", 240 out of Miami. He's 26 years old. De La Cruz with an earned run average of 1.80. He's worked 10 innings, struck out 18 in those 10 innings, has given up just 3 walks, and opposing batters hitting .318 as Vonderschmidt went 1 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He did not walk a batter, and he did not strike out a batter.
So not usually the situation he comes into. Usually he's coming in to get the hold or to move it on for the save to Cole. But Kita De La Cruz comes in on mop-up duty tonight, which does one good thing for the Chukars here. If it's a close game tomorrow, we may not see him, but if we do see him tomorrow, we wouldn't see him day 3. So to bring De La Cruz in now does help the Chukars.
We're going to have a tough choice to pick our Domino's Pizza player of the game tonight.
I have an inkling of which direction I want to go.
I think I might be following you.
Here's Webb Little. 2, 3, 4. Little, Feinstein, and Dawn. De La Cruz comes set. Here's the first pitch for him tonight. That's a fastball at 92 for strike 1. So it was Uscali, then Martin, then Vonderschmidt, and now Kita De La Cruz. Pitch to Webb, fouled off. 96 miles an hour that time from De La Cruz. The radar gun at Melaleuca, always about 2 miles an hour slow. 0-2 to Webb Little. Pitch to Webb, half swing, doesn't go. Looked like a breaking ball that time. 1-2. (12-6), the Chukars lead. Pitch to the plate, weak ground ball, foul off the dugout screen for the Paddleheads. It's now 1-2. Webb tonight, he's got 2 hits. He also has 2 RBI.
And currently that leads the Pioneer League. I think it's Paven Park of Ogden was tied with him at 37.
Swung on a miss. De La Cruz gets Little. He is not happy with that swing. Chased 96 that time. He has gone swinging. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Matt Feinstein, 1 for 4. Had a big 2-run triple. First pitch to Feinstein, he swings and misses. Another 96 mile an hour fastball from De La Cruz. Like I said, good to see this guy now when you're up 6. Oh, 1 to Matt Feinstein. Chukars up by 6, 12-6. De La Cruz to the plate. That's a half swing by Matt. He doesn't go around. The pitch is low. 1-1. Base is empty. 1 man out here in the bottom of the 7th. De La Cruz to the plate, ground ball towards third. Charging and missing it is a third baseman, and now it's dropped by the shortstop. Well, it's an error, and I do believe we're going to give that to the shortstop. He didn't get much help from his compatriot Thompson there, but Reyes drops the ball.
I don't think if he comes up clean, he still had time to throw out Feinstein, although Matt has great wheels.
The arm from Reyes today, I think, has been good. Thompson might have did a little deeper screen, though. Here's Dawn. 1 man on, 1 man out. First pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0. How about the Boise Hawks, John? We'll look at our scoreboard later, but 11-2 in the bottom of the 9th. That over the division-leading Raptors. 1-0 the plate. Fastball high. Little chin music at 95. It's not a very nice sounding song either.
How about another ticket giveaway
Oh,
for tomorrow afternoon?
ground ball foul. All right.
Father's Day. If you're listening in, come up to the booth or in front of the booth right here, and first person who does, 4 more tickets.
All right. So if you're listening to the game right now, I know one gentleman missed out on it. Who wants some free tickets? The first person who comes up to the booth for tomorrow. Ground ball towards second. O'Connor goes to Reyes for 1. On to first. Not in time to get the hustling Don. Feinstein out at second. 4-6. And Don's on via the fielder's choice. John Balgini is giving away free tickets to anyone who comes up and asks for them. I think we have a winner. I think we do. We've got free tickets to a gentleman who was listening to KSPZ 980.
There you go.
Thank you for listening.
4 for tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, Father's Day.
It's just so easy to get rewarded for listening to Chukars baseball.
Yep. Bring your radio.
And if you don't have your radio, I know you've got earbuds on you. Listen on the app or online, or just pop up YouTube on your phone and have a little second screen at the ballpark, your little instant replay machine. First pitch to Bonneville outside. 1-0 Thomas, who's had a very nice game. A couple nice catches, a home run. Just 1 for 4, though. De Bonneville swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's the pitch to the plate. That's just a bit high. Ooh, at 97. De La Cruz right now with the velocity from Missoula. He steps off. Chukars up 6. And now we're going to have a talk between Gatewood and De La Cruz. Got someone warming in the Chukars bullpen. It's a lefty, and I don't even need a jersey number for that. And we've
There's
only got
only one.
Only got one. It's Victor Rodriguez. Two and 1 to Bonneville. Needs to get the bat started early on one of these fastballs. He grounds this to third. This one's picked by Thompson. He throws to first. 5-3. De Bonneville's retired. Nothing doing for the Chukars. Just an error. A man left on base via the fielder's choice. They lead 12-6 as we go to inning number 8 on KSBZ 980. Back in our ball game, it's the top of inning number 8. It's Chukars 12, it's Missoula 6, and for the final 2 innings, it's John Balgini.
Thank you, Tyler. 6-8-4 Missoula, 12-9-3 Idaho Falls. Gatewood, Carranza, and Reyes to face John Nunnally, who struck out the only batter he faced to end the 7th. 3,090 here at the ballpark tonight. We thank you for showing up. First pitch is a strike called on the outside corner. 4 o'clock start tomorrow, Father's Day. It's Los Madres on Los Padres Dia. Next pitch, fly ball. Feinstein going back to the track. It's going to be off the wall. That'll be a leadoff double by Nick Gatewood. He has a home run, a single, and a double. And with nobody out, the batter is Tristan Carranza. Didn't think that ball was hit that hard, but the wind has switched a little bit, blowing out towards left center. Matt gave it a heck of a try, jumped against the Idaho Central Credit Union sign, and landed a little bit higher than Matt's glove. Carranza 0 for 2, make it 0 for 3 with a run scored. Pitch from Nunnally, way high. Nice catch by catcher Brady West. Chukars looking for their 3rd win in a row, and trying to cut the Missoula lead in the north down to 4 games. Nunnally stares in, gets a sign from Brady West. Set at the shoulder, checks the runner. The 1-0 delivery. Inside, ball 2, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes on Carranza, the center fielder. And the next pitch is chopped foul right by the Chukars dugout, and it's 2-1. Bring Dad to the ballpark tomorrow. By the way, it's going to be much cooler. Daytime high tomorrow in the low 80s. Game time, 4 o'clock. They'll have the water slide for the kids, I would assume. And for the dads if they want to. 2-1 pitch, called strike on the outside corner. Two and 2 on number 2, Tristan Carranza. On deck is Reyes. Chukars in the bottom of the 8th will have Quiggle, Martins, Molinari, and West. 2-2 pitch from Nunnally. This ball's hit hard. Over comes Feinstein. He makes the dive, and he can't make the catch. And it's going to be a double for Carranza. Let's see if Matt's okay. He's on his knees, and I think so. So back-to-back doubles by Missoula here in the 8th inning. And you would think that a guy at second, of course, the runner at second, Gatewood had to wait to see if the ball was caught, and he could only go to third base. And out comes the skipper, Billy Gardner Jr., and we will have a pitching change. Brought to you by the Smith Group. Simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. Back and tell you about the new pitcher on KSPZ, the Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports and your Idaho Falls Chukars. Played for the Arizona Diamondbacks in the Arizona League. Here's Jose Reyes, shortstop, 1 for 2. He's grounded to third, singled to left, and walked, and was caught stealing, trying to go from second to third. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is going to be caught by Manji. That's easy enough. Not a hard hit line drive right at Alexis, and there's out number 1. And it brings up Sam Troyer. He's 1 for 3. Missoula scored 4 in the first on a 3-run home run by Almond and a solo shot by Gatewood. Chukars came back to score 11 unanswered. 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and an Abe Lincoln in the fifth. And they added 1 more in the sixth. First pitch on the way. It's going to be popped up and out of play. Tomorrow's Father's Day matchup. Daniel Silva for the Chukars and Mr. Schwellenbach, Mason Schwellenbach for the Paddleheads. Nice breaking ball, buckled the knees of the batter Troyer, and he's down in the count 0-2. We'll be on the air at 3:45, first pitch 4 o'clock on Father's Day 2021. Rodriguez, the pitch, and it hit him. Boy, hit a guy on an 0-2 pitch. Bases loaded now for McLean O'Connor, who homered his last time up. As we've said for decades, you never have enough runs in the Pioneer League, especially this year. O'Connor singled and stole a base in the second, struck out in the fifth, and hit a straightaway center field home run in the seventh. No place to put this guy. Gatewood at third, Carranza at second, and Troyer at first. And the first pitch from Victor Rodriguez is a called strike 1. Crowd a little quiet here, not your proverbial nail biter tonight, but I'll tell you what, one swing of the bat could make it a 12-10 score. 0-1 down low, 1 ball 1 strike. The Bucks beat the Nets in overtime today, 115-111. Milwaukee will play the winner of the Hawks-Sixers game. That's on tap for tomorrow. And game 1 of the Western Conference tomorrow in the NBA, the Clippers at the Suns. Breaking ball, shallow center field. Well, not too shallow. It's going to be DeBonville making the catch, and they won't even try to tag up with a 6-run deficit. So that's out number 2. As we go to the top of the order for Cameron Thompson. Thompson, the leadoff hitter, has not been on base tonight. He has struck out, lined out to the shortstop, lined out to the center fielder on that great catch by DeBonville. And last time up, he bounced out to the first baseman. Bases loaded and 2 away. Thompson came in batting .354, but that's going to go down. Going to go south a few points. Rodriguez gets the sign from Brady West. First pitch from Victor, off-speed breaker, and it's called strike 1. We're in the top of the 8th, Chukars with a 6-run lead against the first place Paddleheads. Victor comes set, letter high, 0-1 pitch, called strike 2. 2 outs, bases loaded here in the top half of inning number 8. Checkers will have Quiggle, Martins, Molinari, and West in the bottom half. 0-2. Here comes the pitch from Rodriguez, way outside. Nice grab by Brady West, and it's 1-2. Back-to-back doubles. Rodriguez came in, got Reyes to line out, hit Troyer, got O'Connor to fly out, and the batter now is Cameron Thompson. He's down in the count, 1-2. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and the Paddleheads leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Chukars 12, Paddlehead 6. Number 8, it'll be Kona Quiggle to lead things off against a new pitcher who is actually a catcher. It's Eddie Million, and he'll replace De La Cruz.
De La Cruz, 1 inning, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. A nice clean inning for Kita.
Eddie Million. He's 27 years old. Again, listed as a catcher on the Missoula roster. He hasn't pitched this year. And when the new pitcher came in, both Tyler and I said, well, hey, let Missoula use up another pitcher, but instead they go to a position player. Stick around, we'll have the Westmark Credit Union post-game show. Tyler will be headed down to the field to talk to our player of the game. And we have a couple of guys. It depends on what these 2 guys do this inning, maybe. Here's Kona Quiggle. Would love to find out the origin of his first name. Of course, Kona, a popular name in the islands of Hawaii. And I think there's a Kona beer. I wouldn't know, but that's what I've heard. Pitches high from Eddie Million. Whoa. Little burst of wind just came through the press box. Scattered, didn't shatter, but scattered her papers. All of a sudden the wind has changed. And the count is 2-0 on Quiggle. He has walked, singled, flied out, and singled in his Chucker debut. And that pitch is high, and it's 3-0. Well, Martins Molinari had the green light on 3-0, and he hit a home run. See what Kona Quiggle does. And that's ball 4. This could be a long half inning. And it brings up Martins Molinari. Daniel hit by a pitch, homered, singled, fielder's choice. 2 hits, 2 RBI. We have a bunch of blowouts in the Pioneer League tonight. Again, we'll check the scores coming up in the post-game show. Missoula jumped off to a big 4-0 lead after one half. But it didn't last. Chukars answered with 3 in the second on no hits, 3 in the third on 2 home runs. And the pitch is low, ball 1. Well, the Chukars' Jordan Garr earlier this year came in to pitch in a blowout, and he went 1 2/3, and he struck out 4. That pitch finally finds the strike zone. The count is 1-1. Jordan, a second baseman, but heck, with a outing like that, 1-1. Quiggle not being held on at first. That pitch high, and it's 2-1. No activity in either bullpen action. There is a right hand. Looks like Jake Waters perhaps warming up for the Chucks down the right field line. Millian comes set. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Daniel is upset with himself. You know, I think it's hard to face these guys who don't throw that hard. I mean, Jordan Garr struck out 4 in the game he pitched. How did he look on the mound?
He looked great. That was at Missoula.
2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Brady West on deck.
That was a game that the Chukars got 22 runs put up on them, and Jordan was our player of the game in 1 1/3 clean innings.
3-2. And that pitch is hit high to left field, not deep. It's Castillo back, makes the catch, and there is out number 1 here in inning number 8. Brady West tonight is 1 for 4, which means the last 2 nights he is 5 of 11. Left-handed swinging catcher. He had 2 doubles and a home run last night. He has doubled tonight. 3 Chukars without base hits. Chukars have only 9 hits. They've actually been out hit by Missoula 10-9. And the first pitch, that'll be a single to right. So Brady West now with 6 hits in his last 2 games. And here's Alexis Monge, who is hitless tonight, but he has scored 2 runs.
Now batting number 2, the shortstop, Alexis Monge.
Looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it'll be Castillo, Akins, and Almond for the Paddleheads of Missoula. Two on, 1 out. A catcher on the mound for Missoula. And Monge swings and fouls it off into the suites to our right.
Fans, look out, credit union reminds you to look out for pinballs and bats coming in the stands. So be sure to look out.
Well, the big crowd has definitely thinned out as we are 20 minutes away from the 11 o'clock hour. Oh, 1 pitch to Monge. Again, a foul ball out of play. That'll land into the parking lot. And it's 0-2. Hope to see you tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, the early start. On Father's Day. Oh, 2 pitch, and it hit him. So now the bases are loaded, and Steve Barmakian has a chance to extend his hit streak. Steve has walked. He's grounded to short twice, fouled out to the third baseman, and he was hit by a pitch. That's the third checker that's been plunked tonight. Not plucked, but plunked. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch is just a bit outside. As Javier plays the same sound effect next to us.
Hear your own sound effects board, John. You play your own drops.
Best public address announcer around, Javier Hernandez. There's a strike called, 1-1, and Barmakian just shakes his head. Again, amateur umpires all season long. And for the most part, I think they've done pretty good. They've gotten a lot better, I think. 1-1 pitch, 2-1 the count. I mean, these guys are used to umpiring high school baseball in front of a crowd of maybe 50. Now they're umpiring professional baseball before a crowd of 3,000. And that pitch is fouled off. 2-2 the count on Steve Barmakian. At third base, Quiggle. At second base, West. Monge at first. Barmakian at the plate. Steve waggling that bat. Now he's ready for the pitch. It's down low, and it's 3-2. Millian looks into his catcher. He's normally the one flashing the signs, the guy on the mound for Missoula. 3-2 pitch, that's ball 4. Well, Barmakian's hit streak will come to an end, but he does pick up an RBI. And it's now 13-6. And Webb Little with another crack at it. Webb is 2 for 4 with 2 RBI tonight. First pitch to Webb is outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch at the knees on the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count, 1 out, 1 in. And Webb takes it high, ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 to Webb. Going to be a base hit past the first baseman. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Throw home, not in time, and it's 15-6. And give Webb Little 2 more RBI. And his 3rd hit of the ball game. Barmakian stopped at second, and here comes Matt Feinstein. Chukars with 3 here in the 8th against the Missoula catcher. Feinstein has 1 hit in 5 official at-bats. Dodgers right-handed pitcher Walker Buehler had a no-hitter going into the 9th, but it was not to be. The 1-0. low outside 2-0. I think Waters still throwing in the bullpen for the Chucks. Two-one to Feinstein, inside ball 3. Millian has walked 2, hit 1, has given up 2 base hits. And Feinstein awaits the 3-0 delivery, and that's inside ball 4. Bases again loaded for the Chuckers. And it'll bring up Andrew Dunn, who does not have a base hit. One of only 2 Chuckers that are hitless tonight. The other is Alexis Manji. Andrew has struck out, grounded out to the third baseman, walked, grounded out to the second baseman, reached on a fielder's choice. And he swings at the first pitch, a high fly ball to center. Carranza on his horse. He looks up. It's going to be off the bottom of the wall. And Billy Gardner Jr. doing the courtesy thing. He held up the runner Webb Little, who could have scored easily on the play. Little professional courtesy right there from the skipper of the Chuckers.
That's the longest single Don will have all year.
And it's now 16-6. And DeBonville comes up. He's the 9th Chucker to come to the plate. The inning that will not end. Pitch high from Millian to DeBonville. And he did visit DeBonville earlier tonight. This ball's hit long but foul. 1-1. I would say less than 1,000 folks are still hanging around. 1-1 pitch, low ball 2. Isn't this the time of the game that the strike zone is supposed to expand just a bit?
Maybe if there was a pitcher out there, but as the catcher, I mean, a lot of these aren't particularly close. I think the only one we saw that Millian got the call on was on Barmakian. Other than that, I don't think Million's even really been close.
Well, close enough in a 10-run game, if you ask me. 2-1 pitch, ground ball could be 2. Reyes goes to O'Connor. The relay is in time. Out at second, out at first, and the Paddleheads are out of the inning. But the Checkers score 4 more. We go to the bottom of the 9th, or the top of the 9th. 16-6, Chuckers with the lead here on KSPZ, the Sports Zone. Waters coming to the mound for Idaho Falls. Waters, no record, 4.09 earned run average, which is pretty darn good in this league. 11 innings of work, has given up just 9 hits, but control's been Jake's problem. He has walked 13 batters in those 11 innings, and he has struck out 11. He replaces Victor Rodriguez. Rodriguez worked a scoreless inning, struck out 1.
Number 9, the right-hander, Jake Waters.
Jake Waters out of Lansing, Michigan. Right-hander, 5'10", 180. 27 years old. And he'll face Castillo, Akins, and Almond. Tyler Peterson's made his way down to the Chucker dugout as we get ready for our post-game show. I want to thank our guests tonight in both the 3rd and the 4th innings. A couple of Kellys joined us tonight. Kelly McCary from Idaho Falls Pride and Kelly Thompson all the way from Anchorage, Alaska. Castillo tonight 0 for 3. Waters works from the stretch with nobody on base. Comes set, belt high. And the first pitch to Castillo, fastball, is outside. Anybody still listening with their radio on? 4 more tickets to Father's Day tomorrow. If you'd like to go. Pitch is low, ball 2. Again, a 4-pack of tickets to the game tomorrow afternoon. Bring Dad to the ballpark. I think most of our faithful fans have gone home. It's been another long night at the ballpark. There's a strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Here we have a winner. Thank you, ma'am. So we got rid of those free tickets. Again, Father's Day, game time, 4 o'clock. One of the newest Chuckers, Daniel Silva, on the mound. Waters' 2-1 pitch is outside, ball 3. Last night's game lasted 4 hours and 6 minutes. Tonight we're going to be under 4 hours, I guarantee. 3-1 from Waters. Called strike at the knees, and the count now full. Castillo out of Midlothian, Texas. Played his college ball in Albuquerque. And here's the payoff pitch, 3-2, ground ball, 3-hopper to the shortstop, Manji. Fields, throws, there's out number 1. And now Jared Akins, the right fielder. Akins singled back in the 1st, flied to center in the 3rd, lined to center in the 5th, and walked in the 7th. Akins, 6'3", 220 out of Fresno. Drafted by the Minnesota Twins. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss. Nice slider by Jake. Eddie Millian, the catcher who pitched for Missoula, he was released earlier, and they re-signed him. That pitch gets through the catcher. It's 1-1. Jose Canseco was at the ballpark earlier today. The Fonz, Henry Winkler, was in Idaho Falls 3 days ago doing some fishing on the South Fork. The wife's calling. Where are you? Are you kidding me? I'm going to take this. Hello? We're in the top of the ninth, and I've told you never call me here. See ya. Can't believe my wife calls me at work. 2-1. Outside ball 3. 3-1. Three balls, one strike, one out, nobody on base. Chukars 16, Paddlehead 6. And there's a swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, 3-2. On deck is Zachary Almond. I think Tyler mentioned it earlier, but Almond went on a streak a couple of weeks ago. He went 17 for 21 at the plate. That pitch is low, ball 4. Third walk issued by Chukar pitchers tonight. And it will be Almond, who hit a 3-run home run in the first. And he's hitless since.
Zach Almond.
I'm sure when Zach was in that 17 for 21 phase, he was Almond Joy. Okay, that's bad, I know. I apologize. But not really. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the ninth. There's a strike call. That's 0-1. Trying to have some fun here in the booth in this ball game. If you fans are still listening out there, one question for you. Why? 0-1 the count. Here's a high fly ball to left. This one is going to be out of here. Almond with a 2-run home run, his second of the game. He has 5 RBI, and it's now 16-8. A no-doubter off the left field fence by Zachary Almond Joy. And the fans will give him a nice little round of applause, as they always do here in Idaho Falls. That's home run number 6 of the night. And Missoula has hit 4 of those 6. For Zach Almond, his 5th home run of the year. And he now has 29 RBI, and it brings up Nick Gatewood. Nick's had a good night for Missoula. He's 3 out of 5. Actually, Gatewood is 3 out of 4. He had a home run in the first. Here's a comebacker. So Waters underhands the toss to Martins Molinari for out number 2. Last call for the Paddleheads.
Number 2, center fielder Tristan Carranza.
It's Tristan Carranza. He doubled his last time up. Waters comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Carranza out of El Centro, California. Played his college ball in Las Cruces, New Mexico State. He was an Aggie. 1-0 pitch from Waters, and it hit him. So Tristan reaches on a hit by pitch. And that'll give an extra at-bat to Jose Reyes, the shortstop. And we're going to have a pinch runner. We will. That's Jackson Sigmund running at first base.
Now batting, number 38, Jose Reyes.
So Sigmund pinch running for Carranza. Left-handed hitter is Reyes. He has a base hit tonight. Pitch is a strike at the, nope, it wasn't a strike, it was low. This Missoula team has just been pounding the baseball. As we said, best fielding team in the league. Swing and a miss by Reyes, and it's 1-1. Although they committed 4 errors tonight, they had committed only 21 in the first 24 ball games. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Top of 9. Ground ball. This should do it. Barmakian gobbles it up. Throws over to Martins Molinari. And that is out number 3. And that will be the ball game. Final score tonight on your Saturday night. Idaho Falls Chukars 16 and the Missoula Paddleheads 8. Stick around for the postgame show. Chukars win 16-8. Here's Tyler with our player of the game.
Thank you, John. Tyler Peterson here with tonight's Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. It's Daniel Martins Molinari. Danny, that home run, the 2-run shot, gave the Chukars the lead. They never looked back. I was overhearing a conversation you were having with Jose Canseco earlier today about swinging 3-0, and I think you did on there as well.
Yeah, talked a little bit to Jose before the game, got a little insight on some hitting tips and whatnot. And one of the things he said was, if you get 3-0, don't be afraid to swing. So he kind of took his advice, saw Skip give me the green light, so had to have some fun.
I think you realize how big this game is. You're now only 4 games back of the Northern Division, first place. Is the sentiment in the dugout right now like this is the time for action?
Oh, of course. I mean, every game is a must-win, right? We kind of set a precedent to win the week. And we did that against Boise, and it's just another series we got to win. So we'll let the chips fall how they fall, but we're here to win the week. So,
is that your approach to the next 2 games? Because you got 2 more games. These guys are still the best team in the whole league.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we got to take it to them. They're going to bring their best. We're going to bring our best, and just that's why we play every day. And so we got to win the week.
As the Domino's player of the game, you have just won a large 3-topping pizza to Domino's. We want to thank Westwood and everyone at Domino's. Danny, enjoy the win.
Right on, thank you. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Brooke and Mal back at home in California. That home was for you guys. So Let's do it.
Back to you, John.
Thank you, Tyler, and congratulations to Daniel Martins Molinari. We'll wrap things up in just a minute on the Sports Zone, KSBZ. Kids are running the bases here at Melaleuca Field. We'll have the final numbers in just a minute. Real quickly, former Idaho Falls Chukars tonight in the Kansas City Royals chain. Two guys who played a key role in the 2019 championship season. Juan Carlos Negrete hit his 5th home run of the year, and Jimmy Govern also hit a home run for Quad Cities. Meanwhile, former Chukar Brewer Hicklin went 2 for 4 for Northwest Arkansas.
As for the big league club Royals, they lost today 7-1 to the Red Sox. Bobby Dahlbeck, a 3-hit night, just a double short of the cycle. Red Sox 7, Royals 1 in Kansas City. In a shortened game in 7 innings, Mets 5, Nationals 1. That was game 1 of a doubleheader. And in game 2, Nationals 6, Mets 2, also in 7 innings. Marlins 11 over the Cubs, 11-1. Duvall hits 2 more home runs as the Marlins beat the Cubs once again in Chicago. Pirates 6, Indians 3. Twins 3-2 over the Rangers. Blue Jays with 6 in the 9th to beat the Orioles 10-7 in Baltimore. Astros 7, White Sox 3. Garcia drives in 3. But Correa homers as the Astros beat the White Sox. Valdez now 4-0 on the season. Padres 7, Reds 5 from San Diego. Brewers 6-5 over the Rockies. The Brewers stop the all-of-a-sudden red-hot Rockies. They win 6-5. Yankees 7, A's 5 as Chapman picks up save number 15, a back-and-forth ball game, but it was Gio Urshela who hit a home run even after a shot of a bat hit him in the eye. 7-5 Yankees.
That's a
over
gamer
the
right
A's.
there.
That is a gamer. Phillies 13, Giants 6. Phillies salvage a game in that series. A couple games going on right now, John. Angels 8, Tigers 3 from Anaheim. That's in the top of the 9th. Dodgers 9-3 over the D-backs, and I don't know what else there is to say about the D-backs. It looks like they're going to unimprove to 20-52, and the Rays 5-5 tied in the 10th with the Mariners in Seattle.
Around the Pioneer League, 3 blowouts. Grand Junction 15, Billings 2. Boise beats Ogden 11-3. Rocky Mountain over Great Falls 10-7. Final numbers for tonight's ball game for the Chukars: 16 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors. They left 10 men on base. And for Missoula, 8 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. They left 8 men on base. Winning pitcher Jake Binder, he's now 3-2 on the season. The loser is Neil Uscali. His record is 0-1, and 6 home runs were hit in the ball game. 2 by Zachary Almond of Missoula. It was Nick Gatewood with 1 and McLean O'Connor with 1. And for the Chukars, Thomas DeBonville and Daniel Martins Molinari each hit home runs. They were both, well, one was a solo shot by DeBonville and Martins Molinari with a 2-run shot. Game took 3 hours and 45 minutes to play in front of a crowd of 3,090, and Tyler will do it again tomorrow on Father's Day.
Absolutely, and you know, John, this series we said, biggest series, obviously, but this game one was a little bit of a prove-it game, because if you remember the last game we played against Missoula, it was the blowout here at home. That was the second win of the 6-game series. They lost 2-4 in that series. But, you know, can the Chukars hang with these guys? The first place team that bowled over pretty much everyone else, beat the Raptors 2 out of 3. They showed it again this time, another blowout victory, and now moving on, like Molinari said, winning the week, finishing off the series.
Once again, tonight's final score, Chukars 16, Paddleheads 8. Chukars will take on Missoula again tomorrow afternoon, first pitch at 4 o'clock. Until then, for Tyler Peterson, I'm John Balgini, reminding you that Chukars Baseball is a presentation of Sandhill Media. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, videos, and accounts of this game is prohibited without the express written consent of the Pioneer League, Sandhill Media, and KSPZ, the Sports Zone. Tonight, the Chukars won by the score of 16-8. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jim.